Are you ready? What?
I got something to say.
What's going on?
Hey, Andrew. Hey,
Happy Tuesday night.
it's a special Tuesday night, because we're staying local. We love this.
We do like it when we do our local nights.
We do a lot of stuff, and we've got Justin and George back from Maryland Heritage Series, and I couldn't be more happy.
No, that's exciting, and a lot of good stuff going on over.
Oh, Andy, your mic you just hit your mute button, Andy. You hit your mute button, probably. He's terrible at this. Yeah, I can't hear you now, Andy. Can't hear you. Can't hear a word you're saying. Anyway, what Andy was
okay, now there we go. You're right.
Jeez Louise, there's a mute button on this.
Here I go.
Don't touch the mic. What are you doing?
I won't touch it anymore. I'm good.
God.
Hands off. Hands off the mic.
What were you saying? You
I
don't even know. We're excited.
It's instantly razzled before we
show
go
the Lauralee. Here's what we're doing tonight, guys. We're going to talk all things Maryland Heritage Series, specifically the Lauralee, which is dropping this Friday at Drug City and Allview if you're local in the Mid-Atlantic area. Also, I believe on Sealbacks as well. So
we'll get you all that information. For those of you who are tuning in, we do have some local Maryland people. We do all things. We are 21090. Andy, Todd, we do all things beer, bourbon, rock and roll. So those of you who are with us all the time, hit that like button. Share us out. Let's get some people in here. We're going to do a lot of Maryland stuff tonight, which is fun, and some things that you probably can't get anywhere else, especially when we start diving into some really good store picks that these guys have, which are fantastic. So we're super excited about that. All right, Todd, any news we want to talk about?
Well, just real quick, let's get out some of our patrons. I know everybody wants to see Justin and George. Believe me, let's give out some stuff. So we have a Patreon, 21090. If you're new to the channel, you want to check out. We do a lot of things on that, and we give away whiskey to our Patreon members. And it's week 4 of 5 weeks of whiskey. So I want to get this out of the way early, Andy, because let's give away some whiskey. So week 4 brings us 2 great bottles, Andy. Larceny B520, the second offering ever from their Barrel Proof series. That's going to somebody. And then the Proof and Wood Senator 6-year Barrel Proof Rye. It's a fantastic bottle. So let's give away that to.
So those are going to go away again. This is for our Patreons. It's kind of a little bonus. And as we tick up, we got another Patreon who joined us yesterday. So thank you, John. He's going to join us later. We've got that Proof and Wood, Todd. The
Vertigo, the 2021 Vertigo.
Away at the 50 mark, so we're almost there.
We're there. We're 47, so we've only got 3 more to go. Maybe we'll give it away tonight.
You can jump in. We'll see.
All right, so here are the 23 of our 47 members who commented on the video. So somebody didn't want the Senator or the 6-year Rye Senator or the Larceny B520. 23 people did, Andy. So let's see who wins.
See who wins
the first bottle. Is it up? You can see it?
It's
all right,
up.
let's give that away. We want to get away all the logistical stuff out of the way so we can get Justin and George on here and not forget about this. So the first winner is
that
it's DMCKY.
There we go.
I don't know if he is in the house, but you win the first pick of it. So either the Senator Barrel Proof Rye at 6 years or the Larceny B520. We'll remove DMCKY, and then let's see who wins the second bottle. And the winner is who's it going to be?
It is Chatio, or is it
Oreo Cookie? Oreo Cookie again. I tell you, it's 2 in a row for her. Wow. Congratulations, Oreo. You've won the second choice. So there you go. Anyway,
there's John already saying he's canceling his membership if he doesn't win. So he's already informed. So that's fine. That's our newest member. He's already dropping.
So the only other thing I want to just quickly bring up, Andy, you can talk about this, is we're doing for our Patreon members, and I think it's a fun thing, a sort of a whiskey advent calendar.
Yep.
Talk about that 1 second while I bring it up, what we're trying to do here for our Patreon members.
Yeah, basically everyone's going to submit. We've got 24 open slots.
Right. There's 24 days of the
and so, Todd has nicely laid out on Patreon all the rules for getting the bottles to us, and we'll put it together for you. We'll send it out, and then every day we're going to have We're going to make sure that we've got something new to open. And we'll do a video every day, whether it's a short or whether it's a Patreon exclusive. We'll do something every day on it. And then the winner is also going to get a custom 21090 advent calendar, which is kind of cool. So,
it'll look like that, but say 21090. Anyway,
it'll be a little bit different. Yeah.
Here's we have 19 so far of the 24 spots taken. We've got anything from a Heaven's Door 10-year Decade Series bourbon to an Elijah Craig barrel proof store pick, Smoke Wagon Uncut the Younger from Tim Cornay. Look, look at these great whiskeys. E.H. Taylor Small Batch, Andy, Raybury Rye. A Larceny barrel proof A122. I love that from this year. A Buffalo Trace pick from North Carolina that had low yield barrel. So really cool. So there's only 5 more slots left. So if you're a Patreon member, and if you're not, think about joining, go to that toast and say you're in and what bottle you're going to put into the advent calendar. So we're excited about that. That's all I have to say for tonight. So there you go.
All right. So now that we've done our spiel on all good things Patreon, and we do have some good stuff coming up. We're going to be doing a stream with Brian Treacy coming up soon from Sagamore. We've got the guys from obviously Allview and Drug City tonight, and a couple other big guests on the way that we are lining up, which should be a lot of fun. So
Pablo.
So we've got Rare Character and possibly Nancy Philly coming on soon. So a lot of good stuff coming on. So stick with us. But tonight,
let's do it.
Which we love having because it's all things Maryland. Let's welcome George from Drug City, Justin from Allview. These guys are great. They know their stuff. Welcome, boys. Thank you for joining us.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
Thanks for having us.
Oh, come on, Justin. You can talk more than that. I've never heard Cat have your tongue. Come on, Justin.
He's just getting warmed up. He'll be all right.
He's just getting warmed up. All right.
Thanks for having us again. We had a lot of fun last time. And my name's Justin Jarvis. I own Allview Liquors in Ellicott City, Maryland. If you're in Maryland, stop by. We have tons of barrel picks open, great craft beer selection, and then also part owner of the Maryland Heritage Series and brand.
Nice. Yep, that's fantastic. And from
there's the bad scientist,
Drug City. Yeah, that's right.
Hey, it's me. Thanks for having me, George Fotis. I own Drug City Pharmacy. We're in Baltimore as well. Love our whiskey, but we also have a big wine selection, beer. We love doing events upstairs. We just had an awesome one yesterday. We were talking about before the show started, and glad to be here.
One thing I will say, if anybody has any questions for Justin and George, put them in the chat. We'll highlight them and ask them.
And we'll be happy to do that. Also, if you live in the area, both are great places to go. Both completely different. I mean, you walk into Allview and you get your wealth of knowledge. It's a beautiful store. It's a really nice, well-run liquor store. They've got any and everything, but not really everything, because that's where George comes in. If you go to Drug City, it is like the world's coolest and smallest Walmart. Like, they've got everything you could imagine there. So you can get a bite to eat at the fountain. You can sample some whiskey there while you're having something tailored, and then you get something notarized and whatever else they can do in there. I mean, it's amazing.
Yeah.
It's the coolest little place.
Post office. You can send that notarized letter.
It's really, really cool. So.
Can you get a passport there too? Then I guess if it's a post
no,
office?
We used to do those pictures, but that was a pain in the butt. We used to cut keys too, but too many people come back. Doesn't work.
So very cool. We're happy to have you guys on.
Yes,
now, the last time, if everyone remembers, we had Justin George on to talk about the release of the 3 ryes that were coming from the Maryland Heritage Series, and they had the Sherbrooke, the Sherwood, and the Mount Vernon, which were fantastic.
I'm running really low, guys. This is the problem here.
Go ahead there, Van. Hold the bottles up so people can see it.
Well, there's the first one, the Mount Vernon. I'm holding on to that for dear life. The Sherwood is about done, and I've actually stopped drinking this because it's so delicious. I wanted to last longer than these other two. So there may be some news later on that you can share with us that might put my mind at ease. We'll get to that in a little bit. But
we'll get to that. But they were fantastic releases.
I will say, spoiler
highly
alert,
sought after. Yeah.
Probably going to be very high on our whiskeys of the year video. Just saying, going to be very high. Certainly on our rye whiskeys and on our whiskeys. So, yeah.
Well, it's funny. I was talking to Justin that day at Allview that I was sipping on I don't know if Dusty Dan's watching. He texted earlier.
Oh yeah.
We were sipping on a 1935 Mount Vernon.
Do you have the picture of that, Andy?
Somewhere I do. I think I posted it on Patreon. But yeah.
Yeah.
And it was delicious, and it was was fantastic, like sipping on candy.
Have you tried that old dusty old Mount Vernon? Have you guys tried that? I guess you have, right?
Well,
a few of them, and they vary wildly.
Yeah. Oh, they do? Okay.
Yep.
Oh, George is gone. They vary widely, and they kicked him out of the stream.
Yeah, no, they do. They I've had a couple that have been absolutely stellar, and then I've had a couple that, but that's what Dusties are, right? You don't really know until you open the bottle. I mean, a lot depends on how it was stored. It really does. How much air has gotten into it. Like the one I've had most recently, it almost tasted flat, right? But again, it's Dusties are tough. I'm a huge Dusty fan. The crazy thing is with Dusties, you get that one that just drinks amazing, and then it's like you're chasing that because it was so good, but I think the good definitely outweighs the ones that aren't that good, even though the ones that aren't that good are sometimes undrinkable. The good ones are phenomenal.
Well, I felt guilty as Dan kept pouring. He's like, here, you have a little more. I'm like, oh, man, I feel bad. I was
you
like,
didn't feel that guilty because you kept drinking.
Well, I a couple times like, no. He's like, nah, it's supposed to do with whiskey. Share it with your friends, and we put a heavy dent into that. I was like, it was.
You know what's great though? How many people out there are sipping on one of the 3 Maryland Heritage Series already? I mean, we've got David, who won, I think, a sample from the last time. He saved it for this stream. He's now sipping on one of the Maryland Heritage samples that he won from us. I think it might have been the Sherwood he probably won, I think, because that's when we had you guys on last. So, Dave, I'd love that. It's actually that's my favorite of the 3. So it's like, I know you guys have been asked this, what's your favorite of those 3? It changes it changes all the time for me when you go back to it.
Which one did you say is yours?
Sure. It was the Sherwood. That was the most rye forward. I love ryes to me. But then you go to the Sherbrooke, and it's the perfect combination of the two. And then you come back to the Mount Vernon, and it's like, God, this is like a spicy rye that it doesn't drink like a spicy bourbon. It doesn't drink like traditional rye. So I don't know. It's hard. It's like, who's your favorite kid? Which one's your favorite kid?
He loves to use that example.
It's true, though. I have 3 of them.
He really does.
These whiskeys are like my 3 kids. Sometimes
but clearly he has a favorite kid. He's just not saying it. So that's how this goes. But anyway, so in keeping with the Maryland, Heritage Series, it was really neat to find out a little bit about the Lauralee. So I'll hold this up here, but I'll let you guys take this over and start telling us, because this is exciting. Now we're going from rye to bourbon, and this is a 16-year.
Look at the color.
Yeah, this is pretty.
We've drank a little bit of that, haven't we?
That mimics the old straight rye whiskey label to a T, minus the the part that this is bourbon, and really cool because you can find pictures from the old Frank Wright distillery where you can see the old Lauralee bottles that they used to do, and it was 100% rye. The old Lauralee was 100% rye, 100% malted rye and straight rye whiskey, which was supposed to be really good and heavy charred oak barrels. It was really cool. The story is there, and so they're bringing this back, and this time in the form of a bourbon. So, George, Justin, I'll let one of you guys take over. Tell us a little bit about this, because this is another really highly anticipated release.
Well, we're excited, and it's great. The Lauralee brand is not the name itself was not something we were aware of until we met Henry. It was one of the first 1 or 2 trips to his house that I had seen the bottle there, and we were still negotiating the barrels, and we weren't really getting anywhere. It was a long process. But I'm like, Henry, you can't let me leave empty-handed. Let me buy a bottle. So he sold me a bottle of this Lauralee. It's a 15-year-old rye. And we absolutely loved it. So when we were started with these bourbons, we were trying to find a label that didn't really convey rye as much, or also that was just not as known. Just because we didn't want to confuse people, having a bourbon under an old rye label. So we thought the Lauralee would be perfect for that. And we just loved its simplicity.
Yeah, all of them are gorgeous. I love the labels. They really scream that they pay homage to the originals, but they look modern and sleek, and like, the bottles are beautiful. So You guys did a great job with that. I mean, from a packaging standpoint, they're absolutely wonderful.
Thank you.
I mean, again, that was, like we said with the Rise, we weren't trying to, say, hey, this is going to drink like this. We're paying homage to Maryland rye history. Now, some will say, well, why are you putting a bourbon in a rye label? And realistically, again, how many people would even know about this brand
Nobody.
if we didn't even bring it back? I mean, we didn't even know about it. We didn't know about it until we went to Henry's. And we just thought, man, what a cool label. And it's 15-year-old rye. And we're just like, wow. And then once we opened it, and like you said, I think, 100% rye because it, I think 20% malted rye or whatever the mash bill was. But, it was like, what better way to pay homage to something that really nobody probably knows too much about than saying, here, let's put some ridiculous, amazing bourbon, at 16 years of age in that, in using that label. And I just love the label. I love the, simplicity. I love the clean look. It's just such a cool bottle. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks really. It does look great. It's packaged well.
So let's talk about the Lauralee.
But yeah, let's talk a little bit about this. And so it's one thing to have a pretty bottle, but you want the juice to back it up inside. So let's talk a little bit about what we're going to be sipping on in a second here. Spoiler: Todd and I have tried this, but I'll let you guys kind of go over some of the flavor profiles.
George, take us back. So my question to you, George, is we talked about when you were on last time the blending process that you had for the 3 ryes and sort of how arduous that was in terms of the mad scientist and the various proportions and getting that exact right formula. Was it the same thing here, George, for this time blending this Lauralee bourbon?
Well, I think just from knowing what we had to do and how to do it standpoint, it was a lot easier. We had been through this process before. I mean, just the one time when we started with the Rise, we kept getting 2-ounce samples, and we kept running back and getting 2-ounce samples. Remember that? 2-ounce samples, 2-ounce samples, 2-ounce samples. This time we ran in, got 16-ounce samples. Yeah. And we saved ourselves 10 trips. And so little things like that. The process, and I already had the Excel spreadsheet set up, so I could figure out exactly how much was in each barrel, how much a gallon of 98 proof alcohol weighs, as opposed to 130 proof. I didn't have to do all that nitty gritty kind of just foundational work, and we could just jump right into blending. But from a blending standpoint, I think it was much more difficult because there wasn't as many barrels to play with.
Okay.
So it was definitely more difficult.
Well, speaking of which, you had 9 barrels, right, Justin?
Yeah. So basically the other difference going back to these barrels. So again, these barrels were owned by Henry. Henry did not own these barrels as new make. So he had bought these from a broker in 2015. He bought them when they were 9 years old. But again, where that Rise aged for 12.4 years at MGP and then 2 years in Maryland, these barrels, we found out that Henry had them, and we were like, where are they? And they were still at MGP. So the entire lifespan of these 10 barrels, of the 10 barrels was 100% in Indiana. So we negotiated, we made a deal. They finally did the transfer of bond, shipped them up to the warehouse here in Maryland. And once they got shipped up, the 10 barrels, it was weird on the transfer of bond paperwork. They had 9 listed and the weight, and then they had 1 listed and the weight. And the one that was listed said 119 pounds, I think. And we were like, wait a minute, what's going on? That barrel was completely empty.
Oh, that's right.
It was just a long time leak that nobody caught at MG. I mean, totally empty. I mean, completely empty as you could get. So obviously we had 9 barrels to play with. And it goes back to what George was saying. You have 40 barrels if you have 2 or 3 or even 4 barrels that maybe aren't up to snuff, or they're so-called flawed, that you can kind of hide, you can hide those barrels in different blends. When you're only dealing with 9 barrels, every barrel is going to have a big, big impact on the blend. And I think ultimately, again, the mad scientist, I swear, I think he went through every combination, freaking 9 factorial. I think he went through like 8,000 combinations. No, it was a lot. It was a lot tougher. And I think also these barrels were much more, they didn't have the variation that the Ryes had, right? So the Ryes, you have sweet, you have oaky, you have dry, these barrels, were very consistent in the overall profile. So to try and figure out where we were going to go with it, I think it took a little bit longer. So
the barrels themselves didn't have a lot of differences between them two, right? Is that what you're saying? So they were very similar in profile for the most part. It's just sipping on this. I don't know if we're all sipping on this now, but I am. To me, it certainly isn't overly oaky for a 16-year-old bourbon. One of the things I worry about, some people love that. I don't love a overly oaked bourbon. I don't think this is overly oaked by any means. I mean, you can tell it's an older whiskey, but for sure. But that was the first thing when we drank this was like, well, it's not overly oaked. I didn't think so.
Well, when I say not like a big variation, the Ryes, I mean, when we dealt with the Ryes, it was such a big hue of sweet or just spicy and oak. And again, that's why we love Ryes, right?
Yeah, right.
But you're getting a bourbon from all the same run. They age in the same warehouse. You only have 9 barrels to play with. It just, it was, it was just trying to figure out kind of what direction we wanted to go in. And, they changed. And George will talk a little bit about this, but man, the time that we drilled these barrels for the samples, I mean, these barrels had never been opened, never been drilled. You can see if somebody, because you can see the dials, if anybody was taking samples. These things had so much pressure in these things because they had literally, for 16 years, they had literally never, ever been touched.
Haven't been rolled or anything. Just sat there for 16 years. Jeez Louise.
So yeah, when we drilled them, I mean, it was just like it was immense pressure in there. It was amazing. I never seen anything like it. Every single one. And but Justin's right. They needed time to air out. So when we first ran through and tried the samples, they were just wound up, and it took a few days for that oak to release, the sweetness to come out. And it really did open up nicely. And I agree with you. I'm not a huge oak fan myself. Right. So it was very pleasant. There's definitely not that enough of an oak presence to be offensive to most people.
I think it was balanced really well, but I also think it's very complex, and I think this gets better as it opens. And
I agree.
Probably not just from the barrel, but probably from bottle to bottle as you let this thing sit a little bit. I know when I cracked the neck pour, it took a minute for it to simmer. It really hits you quickly, and it's like that needs some time just to sit in the glass to rest, and then pour after pour, sip after sip, it gets a little bit different. I love
the nose on this.
Yeah, so this is a sipping whiskey, which is
here's the thing. So the proof is what, 90? What's the proof? The proof is 97.8. A 16-year-old barrel proof. I mean, that is pretty amazing, right? In itself,
almost unheard of.
Yeah, right.
But it drinks, to the, everybody's like, oh, you get a barrel proof stag, stag or stag junior, these crazy high proofs, and everybody says they drink lower, right? They drink much lower. This is the opposite, I think. This is 97.8, but I think it drinks higher in all the good ways, right? I think it drinks maybe about 105, maybe even up closer to maybe even 110 because it has so much flavor and it just has so much of the and again, it's not over oak, but it has so much sweet oak and just so much. Just
it's not dry. I also think, the big thing, the viscosity of this is the other thing that really stood out to me. So when you're tasting this, it just coats the tongue, and the mouthfeel is just tremendous, and that's what tells you that this is a special whiskey and an older whiskey. Andy, what flavors would I got also a big grape note from this as well. I'm getting grape notes along with sort of that orange and caramel and chocolate, even some honey. There's a lot of things going on in this bourbon.
It was funny when you said that. You're like, I'm getting these grape notes off of it, and I was like, really? And first pour, I was like, I
like that.
I kind of get that, and then
I love it.
As it settled a little bit, and then some of those kind of burnt sugar notes started to come through in the nose a little bit. That kind
caramel.
of soft oak on there came there, but wasn't anything too powerful.
Yep.
And the nice thing is it does change, I think, from sip
Even
to
get some chocolate too. It's a crazy bourbon, which I don't know what you guys get. I mean, everybody's palate's different, right? That's what I'm getting. So try it, and you can tell me what you think.
I would say you could compare it to a big, super big, bold, high-end red wine, a cab that when you pour it, you have to let it. That was the one thing we let these marry for a long time because we knew, more time, more airtime. I mean, it had so much this density to it. You gotta let it you just gotta let it, let air finally hit it for 16 years. And I also think the low proof is really, really just awesome. I love barrel proof when it's not 130 proof.
Yeah. I mean, we talked about that too.
Yeah.
There's that sweet spot around that between that like 108 and 111, like where it's just really, really good. And I think you're right. I think this drink's a little bit bigger than it is. It doesn't have like 120 proof like finish on it, which is good because I think it draws you back in. But it's got a mouthfeel that screams I'm a higher proof than 97 proof, which I think
also
is
the
really
older
good.
age. I think it screams of the older age on it, right? It shows you the age statement. As soon as you
Well, George,
quick,
sorry, Todd. I saw your spreadsheet of like at least like some of it of the 10,000 different combinations and things you were going through, which made my head spin.
Yeah.
So when did you finally decide on the notes that we're talking to you saying, yeah, this is it? And what were you getting that said this is the right combination?
It was a process, and it involved not only myself and Justin, but a few other people that would give me input. And what it came down to was we had one barrel, which was actually above and beyond. And that's going to be our single barrel. But we also had two barrels, 5 and 10, that just didn't play nice with the other ones. And, so not only was I trying to incorporate them somehow, maybe in lesser proportions or different ways, we were also trying to figure out if, the emission of some of the other barrels would make even a better batch,
Right.
But at the end of the day, it made sense to include everything except 5 and 10 and 6, which is our single barrel.
And
what is going to happen?
And number 2 was the empty barrel. So just so everybody knows, that it was only 9 barrels, but we number 2 was the complete empty one.
So the one single barrel, what's going to happen to the other 2 barrels that didn't play nice to each other?
Well, they actually play nice together.
Oh, so okay, so that's a small batch that'll go together then. I see.
Yes, but we're gonna be combining that with a light whiskey and making an American whiskey. So that's next. But
so that proof will start to tick up just a little bit, which will be
a little bit.
So
it's not going to be old Carter-esque. We're not going to get up to like 140 or anything like that. But we'll get up to 110.
Nice.
It'll be nice. I think that's going to be a cool combination too. That'll be fun. Again, playing with these things is neat. I think, and so people, this is not something that's uncommon. People do this all the time, and they try and find something that's right. What's nice is that you take it, you localize it, and you make it special to not only just enjoy the whiskey, but you talk about the stories of Maryland has a very rich and historic past when it comes to whiskey, and so a lot of people don't realize how for the longest time Maryland was one of the big 3 states to produce whiskey. So it's cool to see that kind of coming back. And then we'll talk about this later too, but we talked about having Brian Treacy on in a few weeks. We're going to be sipping on an old line tonight. Maryland's whiskey production in and of itself is getting better every day, which is really cool. So it's nice to see this resurgence and things like that kind of help.
I can't wait to try that 5-year bottle. We'll have that on the Tuesday before Penny's Proof. We'll have Brian on. We'll be sipping on that 5-year bottle and bond from Sagamore. I cannot wait. Anyway, real quick, there's been a couple super chats. Yes, Amy, there is giveaways. Justin and George are so kind to give away a few pours of this Lauralee, right, Andy? Is that what we're doing?
We're going to be, I think Justin and I talked we were going to do 6 2-ounce pours of the, or 1 or 2 ounce pours of the Lauralee, which is great. And then we're also going to be doing the same for an upcoming. We're going to taste this now. This is a brand new release. This is a old line. You remember last time you guys were on, all I could talk about was the port, how much I love the port finish you guys did. I think this is right up there with the port. And I say that because I wasn't in love with the sherry finish. This one, I absolutely love the Madeira cask finish. This is fantastic. And we're going to give away, we're going to match those 6 with another 6 2-ounce pours of the old line, which is really cool. So you'll get that. So you get a whole taste of Maryland. And who knows? Todd and I might throw something else in before the night is through. That's just kind of what we do.
Maybe
so
some of that Wilderness Trail pick that you got that we'll also talk about. So are we go ahead, guys?
Yeah.
Thoughts on anything? So
the Lauralee, just so everybody knows, is the OG mash bill of Seagram's back in the day. It's the 75% corn, 21% rye, and 4% malted barley. So it is the OG. I mean, back then they only really had 3 mash bills. So and again, these barrels were distilled, filled June 7th of 2006. So June 7th of 2006, and they sat the entire time in Indiana. And sometime in around 2015, we believe Henry bought these barrels, or somebody owed him. We don't know the exact specs. So he took ownership at 9 years old, and then just kept letting them age. And then we're like, you know what? You might as well bring those here too.
Yep.
So.
Well, I got to tell you, the Lauralee is great. So let's talk about the release.
It's
I think
Friday.
We're going to be excited. So tell us a little bit about what to expect. And gosh, we had people waiting overnight last time for the Maryland Heritage. So if people want to get their hands on Lauralee, not everyone's in Maryland. Talk a little bit about one more time about how they can at least try to procure one of these fantastic bottles.
Yeah. So we do have people waiting out before the store even opens. Justin and his crew, they'll have food.
I've got video of that. We've got tailgate action going on. We've got bottle shares. It's like a Ravens game, but in Columbia.
I think people just like to get together just for the camaraderie of it. Will we sell out on Friday? Probably. Yeah, but it won't be immediate. There's no need to camp out, in my opinion. I think
so. You have a pretty good yield, then, you think? Enough? I mean,
we're gonna. Well, it was 888 bottles total. 937 bottles total.
All right.
And how much is Sealback's getting?
They're getting a good amount. So we still have to figure that out. Actually,
but that's great.
We'll do that on camera.
Well, for those of you who don't get a chance who aren't local, that's another option.
Yeah,
is to go through Sealback.
They should. I mean, they should get a good amount, and their price is a little higher. We're going to retail it at $200. Sealbox is going to be
$229.
$229.
All right.
But yeah, I think there's just so much excitement for these. Our ryes are fantastic, and I love the ryes, but in all honesty, ryes aren't for everybody. Bourbon is just more of a universal as far as whiskey goes. So people are just going out of their minds for this when they're trying.
And now look, if it's a little out of your range, you were giving some away tonight. So you can remember, you still get a chance to try this.
A $1 super check. Get you
so hey, it's a little try before you buy type thing, but I think this is going to go quick. This is a special bourbon. Disclaimer for any of you who are out there lurking and trolling and don't do your homework. This is not Maryland. They're not doing the exact Maryland mash bill, claiming to be a recreation of something. All right, just throwing that out there.
No,
okay?
we're
paying homage to Maryland.
It's all over the
just
label.
in case it needs anyone needed reminding.
Out there that kind of run with that.
Well, wait till you see what we do for our
can't wait.
Whiskey. I mean, our American whiskey.
I heard a rumor. I'm kind of excited. I'll wait for that to drop later.
That label, I'll tell you that.
Yeah,
I love it. I love it.
Just so everybody knows, one thing we tried to do with the Lauralee, and we know a lot of people missed out on Sealbox with the ryes, because we basically all had about 200 bottles, maybe even a little less for the ryes. So Sealbox, not much more, but they will have a little bit more to play around with this go around. So hopefully it doesn't, unless you have 30 seconds, you got fast fingers in 30 seconds. Hopefully, it might sell out. Maybe you have a full minute this time.
Yeah, so, you actually have a minute to actually type it in. I got these fat thumbs that really are bad for that.
It should be more because, like before, if you remember, we had said our plan was to hold a good amount back of the batches, and because of that, we wanted to do the box sets. We had to hold for that, so we will be re-releasing some of the ryes again. We still have
Did you guys hear that?
And
say that again, George. Say that again.
Releasing batches of the ryes again. Probably around the holidays. We don't have many, but we will, and we're not going to completely sell out. We want to have them available to us, because once they're gone, we're going to be super sad.
Well, and I will say this: I have talked to Justin and George. Patreons. Sorry for anybody else, but Patreons. There's going to be an opportunity for you guys with the Maryland Heritage Series too. So just keep that in mind. That's true. We're doing a little bit of work there. So
that's true.
And if anybody's like, oh, I thought it was one and done. Remember, Sherbrooke was a 14-barrel batch. The other two were 11-barrel batches. The other two, like George said, we'll release a little bit of those, but Sherbrooke, we at least have that a little bit of extra to play around with. But like George said, we can't, there's no 14 and a half year rye to go and buy, unless you want to pay to where the bottles would be $700 a piece.
We're paying $200 for a 9-year National Barrel rye. I mean, that's what's going for now, right? I mean, I think they're lovely, but it's a 9-year rye.
You can't find this. Yeah, you can't find it. So it's, like George said, when it's gone, it's gone. So
that's my next question. I don't want it to be gone. We don't want it. Our audience doesn't want to be gone. We want more of the Maryland Heritage. So my question to you is, what's next? What's next for Maryland Heritage? I mean, I know we have more of what you've already acquired, but what are the plans? What's the next step in this brand? Because we don't want it going anywhere. We love it.
I think we're gonna find ways to keep it going. We have some great ideas. We're actually making some great connections, even with this American whiskey we're doing. We never would have had access to 15-year-old light whiskey if we didn't become close with Blake, because he had it at his warehouse. So you start meeting people and hopefully things start to make sense. So we have a roadmap? No. But we do plan on trying to continue this and as long as we're putting out good products and having fun.
Yeah, that's great.
So we just need to find another warehouse of 15-year-old rye whiskey just sitting there. I mean, that's easy to do, guys. No problem.
We did it once.
Hey, you know what? And you can tell that we didn't pre-send the questions because Todd's like, so what's next? What's coming? We need to know now. We want to know what's going on. So, but we're actually glad to hear that because I think that's cool.
I think everyone's
what you guys are doing is great. By the way, we've had a slew of super chats and everything for tonight.
Thank you, Eric.
So we want to again say thank you to you all. We appreciate all of you who have done a super chat.
We'll give that a giveaway at the top of the hour.
Top of the hour, yeah, we'll do that. But we need to give you all a little rock on love. Thank you. Rock on. Thank you. Yeah, remember we're beer, bourbon,
Andy,
and rock and roll.
I'm sipping the Madeira from Old Line. Well,
have you already jumped to the next one?
Yes, I've finished.
He doesn't. Gone, there's no segue. He just does his thing.
I'm just telling you right now.
Before we change gears, Justin, George, anything you want to talk about with Lauralee before Todd sends us into the next one?
For people that have not gotten to try the Lauralee yet, just want to run down the places that have it right now. And the places that will have it. So obviously the Fountain, number one spot, great food. Obviously they will always have the Lauralee there for pours. Cured in 18th and 21st in Columbia, they have it. I will also say Cured is doing their own premier Drams event on November 13th. And we're actually going to be pouring. We're going to have a Maryland Heritage table there. And we're going to be pouring the ryes, Lauralee, and possibly one or two of the single barrels.
Nice.
So that's November 13th at Cured and 18th and 21st. I believe tickets just went on sale. So if you're interested, reach out to them. So Cured, Barflies in Baltimore has Lauralee. Jailbreak Brewing, which if you haven't been there, they have ridiculous food. They have it. And then also, I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty sure they got it also because they were supposed to, is the Hideaway in Linthicum or Odenton.
Get out of here.
I don't know if Mike, I meant to reach out to him to see if they, the Atlantic Wine and Spirits distributed it to him yet. But
Todd, what's that zip code?
I don't know.
21090 it would be.
I think it is. 21090.
Hey, real quick, there is in the chat. There is a poll going up. I was curious I know we had a lot of people who have actually tried the 3 ryes. I know we're about to Lauralee tonight, but there's been 51 votes, Andy. So, what is your favorite Maryland Heritage Series rye whiskey? We've had 51 votes. At 22% Mount Vernon, 31% Sherbrooke, and 47% Sherwood. 47%.
Wow.
So get your votes in if you haven't voted. It's right there. Let's see by the end of the night where that is. But that's 51 votes. That's pretty
I'm
good.
surprised because that's the most rye.
I know.
Like 100% like fam
rye.
A
big rye crowd tonight.
So we've got some rye lovers in the house, which is really, really cool. I thought that Mount Vernon would go right, but that's actually
in the
pretty
very
cool.
beginning. Sherwood was probably the lowest on the when we would take, just ask people. And I think a little bit of that just has to do with obviously, who are you talking with and what do they like? But I also think Sherwood you get down, you go through a quarter to half of that bottle. Man, that bottle changes. And
let me tell you, that last bit.
That's the money right there.
I don't want to drink it.
I'll help you, Todd, because
no, you won't.
I got a full bottle backup over here.
It gives me hope there'll be other opportunities to buy them. So I know that there may be an opportunity to get another one. So I'm good. There you go. So anyway,
that's really cool. So anyway, that is fantastic. Now that being said, we've done a whole lot on the Lauralee and the Maryland Heritage Series, but that is not the only thing that's going on at Drug City and Allview. Now Todd got an early jump on this puppy, but
it's good.
Now, first of all, I'm going to yell at Todd for a second.
I'm not a huge single malt fan.
He thinks he's not a single malt fan.
I think I am.
He hasn't had good single malts yet.
It's true.
I've been throwing some stuff in his face the past couple of times we got together, and he's like, "Oh, this is good. Oh, this is good."
That malt chocolate from what was that?
That was out from Valley Liquors out in Hagerstown.
Liquor Locker. I thought it was Liquor Locker.
They're both part of. Yeah, they're both part of Barrel Nation.
Man, that was freaking amazing.
It was money, and the last time that old line port finish, I was like, "This just was my whiskey. Like this is whiskey Nirvana." So another one comes out. You guys want to talk about this one because this is new and this is hitting the shelves here
at both Drug City and Allview, right?
Yeah,
your pick.
This is a syndicate. So yeah,
actually, the cool story. I'll let George talk about it a little bit, but the cool story on that was there was actually a 3-way split. So Old Line Bourbon Group. Ran by Bronson, if anybody is in that group. So it was split between Allview, Drug City, which obviously syndicate, and then O-Line took a third for his group. So yeah, no, really, really cool. George can kind of speak on, when we went down there and stuff and picking it, but really, really cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I love Old Line. I'm the number one fan. I mean, I think they just what they're doing is phenomenal, and it just keeps getting better. I love their core offerings, but their finishing is just. I mean, they're coming out with a peated barrel, some peated offerings soon, which we were talking about before the show. That even if you're not into the peated products, this is gonna win some people over. So
we're gonna have Todd.
We have to try it. We got to do it then. We have to give it an honest review because we're that boat. We're not huge. We've tried a bunch. We just can't get over it. So maybe this is our gateway.
Well, it wouldn't be the first time Old Line changed my tune on things.
Let me tell you, this I think is better than your port finish that you had. I love this whiskey.
That might be blasphemous. I'm not
Wow.
sure. I think they're both
I love
really
like the rare character we just had that was finished in Madeira. I love the Madeira finish. This is fantastic. I mean, you get. I love. I mean, you get a ton of like, caramel and toffee and hazelnuts and all that goodness, that richness that comes through. But it's not cloyingly sweet. It's really, really well done.
And if I remember right, I don't have a bottle in front of me, but I believe that was 4 years in a new charred oak barrel, and then 8 months. I think is it 8 months in Madeira, maybe?
Yeah, it was 4 years. Yep, and then 8 months. You got it. You're spot on.
And then 100, and you can see the proof went significantly down. The proof went significantly down from when they put the whiskey, the exit proof, out of the oak barrel into the Madeira. The Madeira dropped it, which just shows you probably how just fresh and wet that Madeira barrel was to kind of, add a lot to the whiskey.
So it left at 124 proof. It exited those charred oak barrels, and then when it was finished in the Madeira cask, it came out at 118 proof, which I think the old line port was around 124 for the finished product, if I'm not mistaken.
They were very close. It didn't change as much with the port one, but the Madeira one, it definitely changed a lot more.
Jeff, I think you got the right idea. Old line with a great cigar. I'm sure.
So let me ask you this real quick. Robert's excited for this new. He loved the cast strength, and he's excited for them. That will be available next week. That old line, is that correct, Justin George? Or when will that be? Right? Does that mean, is it now or is it?
Wait a minute. Which one?
The Madeira. Yeah.
Oh, no. It's available now.
It's now.
It's available now. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah. No, we released it with Old Line Bourbon Group. I'm gonna say maybe 3 weeks ago.
Oh, so it's been out. Jesus, go get it.
Yeah.
Jeez Louise.
Maybe 3-4 weeks.
I'll be about to get a bottle myself.
It's fantastic.
I will say,
while you're there, Todd, pick up the port.
I will say,
a favor.
Yeah. So I'm out of the port, but George still has some. And
all right. I'll go up to the fountain, have a nice lunch. Maybe a bourbon. Maybe
I got like
milkshake.
3 or 4 ports. I keep going and buying them. Someone's there like buy me one. Like I like a backup. So now
Joe Graves has done it a few times for you.
They are so good. That port one.
But you're getting this tonight too. It's not just a Lauralee. You're going to get samples of these. Right. So the winners will also get samples of the old line.
Big Vic was asking. We're giving away
really
6 thanks to these two fine gentlemen.
So
samples of the Lauralee
lots
and
of good
the
stuff coming.
Andy, you want to try that Wilderness Trail and Justin George? You might want to talk about something that just happened today.
Tony, this is silly.
Andy's
let me just say this. Let me say this real quick. Last time I went in there, I think this was at Drug City. I said, George, I need a good pick. He's like different than any Wilderness Trail you've ever had. Try this Big Char. And I fell in love. I was like, God, this is dynamite. Like I got to get another one. That's fantastic. Went back, and Justin gave me. He's like, you got to try this Wilderness Trail. So I took it back. I forget the name of it, but it was ridiculously good. And I was like, oh God, I love this too. So last time I went back, he said, all right, we got a new one. No one else has bought these yet, so we decided to snag them all up. And this is a 6-year, 7-month straight rye whiskey. The Family Reserve, I think it's coming in 111 proof, which I told you that sweet spot. This thing is maybe the best I've tried so far. Oh yeah, I should do that. Yeah. This thing is just so bloody good. I was blown away. The differences between what you think. He's like, oh, I've had Wilderness Trail before. You haven't, and you haven't had this. Trust me, this is just so good.
Tell us a little about this, guys. This pick. I mean, why is Andy going ape shit over this?
So
it's that good.
It's one of the oldest, if not the oldest, Wilderness Trail picks that I know I've ever seen and that they've released. So Prestige LaJoie went down with Bill Thomas.
Good night, Eric. We'll let you know if you win
at some point. And basically, what Prestige does, which is really cool, no other distributor does this, but they will go down and spend 2 days at Wilderness and taste through 30 to 40 barrels in a 2-day span and basically vet 30 to 40 barrels. And they might pick 10 of those 30 to 40 barrels. And now they have those 10 single barrels that they've locked up. So then those barrels come in, right? And when they come in, now they have it to where if a store can't go down to Kentucky, they have these single barrels. So then they say, hey, I have 5 barrels for you to sample, or I have all 10. So the way this started was it was an older one, so the price is a little bit more expensive because it's 6 years, 7 months. All the other ones are on, between 4 and 5 maybe. So basically, Prestige put a 2-case max on it, and I bought 2 cases and opened it and absolutely freaking fell in love with it.
Yep,
I mean,
for good reason.
Absolutely loved it. And basically blew through those 2 cases very quick. And then John from Prestige was coming to do a wilderness trail, like show us a bunch of the different single barrels they had. And he's like, by the way, do you want me to bring that 6-year, 7-month rye? And I was like, yeah, but it's a 2-case max. And he's like,
thank you, Dave.
He's like, nobody else has even bought it yet. He's like, I'll throw that in there if you and George like it enough to where you want to buy the whole barrel. And we had the other rye that he had.
So what's the? I haven't tried it. Is the flavor? Is it minty? What do we have? Baking spice? What is?
Todd, it's kind of imagine your typical flavor profile on steroids, because it's giving you all that and just like kicking on all cylinders. Yeah, you've got a lot of mint on the nose, which I think is beautiful, but you've also got a lot of like creme brulee notes on this thing.
Really? You have so a lot of people. So the guys, George's guys, Eric. So we did the sampling at Drug City. So we had 9 barrels, maybe 10 barrels to taste today, and Eric and Mike, who work for George, they made a good point. They said in a blind tasting that some people might not actually even think it's maybe a rye. Wow. They might think it's a high rye bourbon, and that just stems from Wilderness's 33% corn in the mash bill. They have a much higher corn content and a high malted barley content too. That's where you get all the viscosity. Plus, it's sweet mash. I'm just a huge fan. George,
it's glorious.
George was more of an earlier adapter of Wilderness than I was. Actually.
It's fun.
And these ryes that they're just doing are just absolutely phenomenal. So I don't know if George wants to.
Yeah, and it's interesting. Certain it's the Wilderness and specifically, man, their barrel picks shine. Their shelf offerings leave a little left to be desired. Sometimes it reminds me of Whistle Pig. Sometimes it's where the Whistle Pig store picks were amazing, and then the 10-year product was just there. But same with the Wilderness. I mean, there's just so much variation. There's so many honey barrels out there with Wilderness that that's where it's at with the Wilderness is these barrel picks.
I think it's such a good point too, because I think for the value, what you get on the shelf is great for Wilderness. It's there's a lot of overpriced ryes and bourbons out there, and get a good product, but it doesn't blow you away. It's almost like a gateway drug to now go find those single barrels that are those honey barrels that you talked about, and you guys have a knack for picking them up. Now the fun thing is, like, we've tried lots of store picks, from a bunch of different places. One thing that's fun, and I'm glad that you guys are like in our backyard, is that we're finding our palates very much jive with what you guys are putting out, which is great.
Right.
So we're finding that a lot of the stuff that's coming out of Drug City and Allview and like Fish Paws and other places like that, when you guys do the syndicates, like, they're good picks. They're really, really good, and it kind of really jives with us. So there's been some not so honey barrels that we've tried from other places. So you guys have a knack for finding some stuff, and Wilderness Trail seems to be knocking it out of the park.
Any question from Joe? Is the Wilderness Trail at both Drug City and Allview, or just at one?
So right now they're not. Right now they're not at. Well, we're releasing it next week, so we're both going to get the cases, the barrel next week. So we'll have it. It should be delivered next Tuesday.
Okay.
And we both have them open, obviously. And I think the whole idea of not every pick is for everybody, right? Everybody has different palates. But the number one thing is, as a consumer, if I go into a store and they don't have at least somewhat of a story of how they picked it, well, chances are they probably just said send it.
Send it, right.
And I will say this, like George said, Wilderness is definitely their single barrels shine. But like today, we had 10 barrels that we tried. Not every one was a home run, right. And again, they're different profiles, right? And the good thing is Prestige has vetted these. So, there's different profiles for more or less everybody. I mean, there was one in there that reminded us of George's Big Char. I mean, it was so smoky and so unique. I mean, it was, it was so cool. But again, I think it just stems from that store being able to explain at least what they picked and explaining kind of the profile that they went after, because you can pick if you say just send me a wilderness, you could get, I mean, there's so many different profiles of wilderness, and it's so cool. That's why we love them. You know, that's why their single barrels shine. But 6 years, 7 months, I mean, I haven't had a wilderness single barrel past. I think Jack Rose did a 6-year, 3-month one a while back, and that was the oldest one I've ever had.
Yep, we're kicking 7 years on this almost. I mean,
look at the color on that. Well, I'm going to do a final pour.
Look at that,
yeah, rub it in, Andy. Just go ahead, rub it in.
I just want you to know you don't have that, Todd.
Justin, I'll be by this week, and pick it up. Anyway, I'm going to have a last pour tonight, Andy. You know, why not? You say this is it.
Favorite.
Let's go for it. Let's go for it. Any last any questions from the chat for Justin and George?
And if you're going to do that, Todd, I am going to. Yep. I think I'm going to go with because Mount Vernon. We're going to do.
There you go. You have a lot left of that, sucker. I'm going to have to come by and steal some of that.
This may be. Well, actually, I think you were the first to get the Mount Vernon, so I drank most of yours.
Yeah,
and didn't
that's
have much
true. That is true. That is very true.
So that actually worked out well.
That's too funny. Oh my god. Andy, we got a new Patreon member, Gwyneth Kinsella.
Gwen.
Oh,
Gwen. Gwen's a Patreon. Thank you, Gwen. You rock. And I can't wait. Everybody say thanks to the Gwyneth.
Well, Gwen is a good friend of George and I, and she is responsible for a lot of cool things coming. And another barrel pick that we do have coming, we have Jack Daniel's single barrel proof pick on its way. We went down to Jack Daniel's and had a ridiculous time. Thanks, Gwen. And so that I totally forgot, to be honest with you. Sometimes, you know, it takes so long to get some of these barrels, you know, you don't, not that you forget about them, but you know, you don't know exactly when they're going to come in. So hopefully this will be before the holidays. We're hoping
that's awesome.
Before the holidays for the Jack pick.
Well, thank you very much. That's awesome.
Thank you, Gwen.
We appreciate
that. That makes my night too. Yeah, I love.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Let me scroll down all of a sudden.
That's okay.
I'm getting used to this Mac, but we'll give you a proper intro. Go ahead, Todd.
This is what a rye should be right here.
Are you happy?
Just give me a moment. Just let me be with my whiskey here.
They do. They smell. They do. They smell so good. They really do. I mean, they taste great, but man, the noses on those ryes.
There's nothing better than that. There really isn't.
Like it.
There's nothing like it. There's nothing better. Right now, I'm telling you, this is, you know, we will. I don't want to give it away, but this is going to be our best whiskey of the year. So there you have it.
It's good.
Heard it here first. There's nothing better. There's nothing better than this.
Here's where Todd and I argue about this too.
I don't care.
Because
so what?
I was like, well, we can't put all three, and we vary on what our
we're going to put the entire all
so,
three as one. As
Todd wants to lump them together.
I said we lump them together.
I said, but they all have very different.
I know.
You know, flavor profiles.
It's the Maryland Heritage Series rye. Okay, that's the number one. If you had any of them, it doesn't matter. It's tit for tat as to which better, right? They're all amazing. We put them all as number one. That's what I said.
You guys should do a blind, whatever your final 10 bottles are or something. You should do like a blind sampling. Now you're probably going to be able to pick out the heritage just because they're so unique in their own right. But it's always fun doing blinds, and you know, it's.
Have you guys ever thought of finishing any whiskeys? Now that you've moved on, would you ever think about finishing your own Maryland Heritage Series whiskeys? Would that be in the cards at all?
I would be afraid to, but the reason it being, I think you couldn't possibly finish something like, say we had Sherwood. I would never,
don't touch that. Yeah, no, yes.
Yeah. I mean, just my thought process that you finish whiskeys that might have some flaws.
Got it. Yep. You know? Makes sense.
Okay. So if and when we run into whiskey with flaws, it's something to consider.
That's all right, let's roll. So let me get the wheel going, Andy. Let's see who's going to win these.
In the meantime, we had a request, and I'm just saying this, you know, because we've got some really intelligent people here. We really do. I mean, George is a doctor. I mean, he knows his stuff. He's a mad scientist. Justin is brilliant when it comes to anything about liquor, but Todd is actually a real man of genius. So while you're pulling that up, I'll let everyone see just how brilliant Todd is.
Bud Light presents Real Men of Genius.
Real men of genius.
Today we salute you, Mr. Really, Really, Really Bad Dancer.
Mr. Really, really, really bad dancer.
Arms swinging, knees bending, head bobbing to no particular rhythm. You're either dancing or you have fleas.
Call me a doctor.
As soon as you hit the dance floor, the taunts begin. Is that all you got, playa? Unfortunately, yes, that's all you got.
Pour it on now.
Who's in the house? Some guy who can't dance. That's who's in the house.
You're a star.
So crack open an ice cold Bud Light, Mr. Happy Feet, because you really put the oogie in boogie.
Mr. Really, really, really bad dancer.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Peace out. Word to your mother.
So
you have to show that. Did you have to?
It was requested. I was giving you trying to pull up the wheel. You didn't do it. So
unbelievable.
So I tried. But yeah, that's our real man of genius. We've got one in our own backyard. Jeff, we are going to Sagan on the 12th. Actually, something really cool coming.
We will
be doing. We'll be there
probably live from Penny's.
Yeah,
Proof,
so
come check us out.
Hang tight.
Chris has a question. It looks like, what are George and Justin's favorite picks they've been so far?
Ooh, I'd like to know that too.
Interesting. If it's anything other than Maryland Heritage Series, we're having.
Yeah, Maryland Heritage can't. Well, they're technically
I wouldn't call those a pick.
That's true. They're not picks. That's true. They're not picks.
But the picks that we do have for Maryland Heritage, the single barrels, are pretty.
Oh, they're good. They're awesome. They're so good.
What do you think, George? What are your favorites this year?
It's crazy. The one I'm looking forward to the most just hasn't happened yet. Justin and I are going to Kentucky next week, and we're both doing our picks at Buffalo Trace. So Justin's picking Eagle Rare, and I'm picking Blanton's.
Wow!
All right.
We've never done a pick down there. Well, I've never done a pick down there before, so I'm pretty stoked about that.
That's awesome.
That's cool.
All right, Andy, I got
that's actually really cool. We'll be
we won't see those until what, spring of 23, I guess.
Yeah, but being that we decided to go down, nobody else goes down. They made us wait till October, so yeah, we're not going to get this year's pick until next year.
We're actually the only two people actually in the state to actually go down, and I'm not calling out stores or anything, but 75 to 80.
But hell, let's call out some stores. Let's do it.
75 to 80% of the stores for Buffalo Trace, they don't even get samples sent. And listen, I've done a distiller's pick before because during COVID, that was the only choice, and it was good. You could get a really good one, but why? If you have a choice, why are you not tasting through them? Like, I don't understand why you want it. But anyway. Yeah, we're going down. Super excited. We're also doing Heaven Hill.
Very cool.
Might be bringing back the 94 proof since there's so many barrel proof ones out there.
You know what? That's what our friend Rye Guy, he did. He has a bourbon club in North Carolina, and they did the 94, and he said it's fantastic.
We're going to go back to the basics.
Yeah, he said it was fantastic. I can't wait to try it too.
Well, if you guys don't want to just be a duo going down, you need a third opinion. I'm happy to come down with you and help you out. I can call Ubers, whatever. Just be there with just a little sips. You just let me know. We're happy to do it.
We'd love that. We have to have you guys for a barrel pick one day, whether it's away somewhere or just it'd be fun just to do one, even on the air, because so many people just haven't experienced the barrel pick before. Just to kind of see what goes on, just to kind of just pull the curtain back. And kind of explain the process.
That's really cool. We're excited about that. And guys, if you want to get in on this, one last chance. We're giving away the Lauralee tonight, which was just phenomenal. This is going to be dropped this Friday, so you can get your hands on this. 6 winners tonight, which is great. Six winners.
6 2-ounce
and
pours.
so you're going to get 6 2-ounce pours, and not just that, you're also going to be getting.
It's fantastic.
From this is Todd said
I love it
better than the port, which is
I got to go back to port. I'll go back to port. That might be recency
even
bias.
The fact that you mentioned it in the same category means it's just
you don't think
good.
it's I think it's fantastic.
I think this is
it's
not equal, it's like a notch below. That's that good.
There you go.
Maybe it is better. I don't know. I'd have to go blind now.
their stuff's just
they're killing it. We're gonna have to have those guys on soon, and their story is great. They went out, they literally trained out on the West Coast to make sure they knew their craft before they came back and brought it to Charm City. Just a great story there too. Some military guys, just awesome, good story.
All right, Andy, bring up the wheel, guys.
Right,
Justin
buddy.
George, thank you for coming on. Let's see who wins these samples. And
you guys are welcome to come back anytime.
All right. Oh, you don't need me big.
I didn't want you big. Everybody's upset now.
Jeez Louise. You still can't see it, but anyway, there you go. Let's see. Guys, thank you all for the support. George and Justin, thank you for all you do and coming on our show and just making this amazing whiskey. And
Joe, if you missed that, they're doing the old line. They're going to have an old line peated Scotch barrel. That's coming. They're going to be the only ones to have it. It's the best of my knowledge. So that's kind of cool.
All right,
too.
Andy, you ready? Yep. Let's see who wins the first one. You
man.
can only win once, so we'll take you out after you win once, and let's see who wins the first one. You ready, Andy?
All right, roll that beautiful bean footage.
My Lord, I can't even see this. My eyes are very bad, so it'll just tell us who wins because I can't see.
There we go.
Joe, I did the dishes Graves. Whoa. There's a local guy. Joe wins.
Look how happy
Joe.
Todd is spinning that.
Well, let me take him out. You're a winner, Joe. Well done, Joe. Let's see who wins the next sample. He can pick it up locally.
Yeah, just let us know what the list is, and they can either come to Allview or Drug City to pick them up.
Next up.
That's another local. Dennis Hayden Jr. is
There we
one.
go. Look at Maryland in the house tonight.
Another local winner. All right, so there's two.
Yeah, Dennis.
You can see how happy JG is for you, Joe. Damn it, Joe. Rigged.
All right. Let's see who wins here. Saucy Shane. Now, he's not local, but we'll get him his.
We'll get your Saucy. That's great.
Way to go, Saucy. Good job. He won the Sherwood, so that's good that he got that too. So there you go. Well done, Saucy. All right, that's 3. So we have 3 more to go. 3 more to go. And again, guys, thanks for all the support. Really appreciate it. We're here every Tuesday night, so come check us out. Eric, he went to sleep, and I think he was
He said he was going to watch on his phone just to see if he won.
Oh, there you go, Eric.
Congratulations.
You won.
Happy
Eric
for you,
won.
man. Great. Thank you for hanging out with us.
All right. Let's see. We have 2 more winners, guys. 2 more winners. And then Friday, guys, is there we go. Oh, who's going to win? Nashville. All right, Stanley over in California. Now he can't get this. That's great for Stanley. Way to go, Stanley.
It's a long ride for you, Stanley.
It's a little. There you go, Stanley. Mashbill. Well done. He wins. Now one more. We'll remove the Mashbill. Last winner for the Lauralee and Old Line Madeira finish. Who's going to win? Robert Attack.
Hey, yeah, Rob, that's great. Yeah, first time I think we've seen you come up here. That's great, Robert. Congratulations. Well done.
All right, there's all your winners, guys. So we'll let
winners.
you know who's picking up Justin and George and where they're picking it up. We'll contact everybody who won and let us know if you're picking up or you need it sent to you. So
that is great. And
you
so
go.
we are really, again, thank you both. We appreciate all the support that you guys have given by coming on here, and keep up the good work because it's just been absolutely fantastic. The stuff that you guys are doing it's worth checking out. It's worth finding. It's worth paying for, even if it's a little bit more sometimes, because it's you guys know what you're doing. And so we're honored you guys could come on with this.
Andy, I still think you need to go over to the Drug City and we need to do a nice video that showcases the amazingness.
I would love to do that.
That is the fountain in Drug City. George, can we do a promotion
ready when
video?
you are, for sure. Let me know.
We would love to do that. Now, question for you before we go.
Okay.
So, you know, we do beer, bourbon, and rock and roll on this channel. So that's kind of like our thing.
You're solid.
Yeah. But tonight, the second part of the show is going to be dedicated to some music. We're doing a little album battle between Van Halen, between David Lee Roth versus Sammy Hagar songs. What camp are you in? Van Hagar or Van Roth here when it comes to Van Halen? Are you a David Lee Roth guy or a Sammy Hagar guy? Justin, George, what do you think? Who do you like more? Or could you care less?
I'm David Lee Roth.
You're David Lee Roth?
Thank
All right.
you.
David
Thank
Lee Roth?
you. That's correct. That's the correct answer.
That is a correct opinion. There we go. Justin, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I mean, I would probably go same David Lee Roth probably. I'd probably,
of course, Andy will pick the other one.
And he may. Let me say, I did my rankings. I was within like very, very close. It was super close between the two. So I will say it was very close.
Real quick before we go, Bourbon. He has a whiskey channel. He's the guy I talked about. It's coming from Long Island for the Lauralee release. So they're saying they should, Ben, while you're making your plans, hopefully it'll be here still when you get here by 10 or 11.
It will be up. Is he going to Allview or Drug City?
I think he's going to Drug City because it's a bit closer. So he's coming. Yeah.
Is it Ben?
It's Ben. Yeah, it's Ben. Ben. Yep.
Ben, yeah, I'll be there. Just ask for me.
There you go, Ben.
Especially, I'd love to show you around.
You can get breakfast and food. They have a whole.
There you go, Ben.
So when 50 people show up named Ben, you'll know exactly who
it's
it is.
Bourbon. He'll know. He's got sort of. He's a nice character. He's a good guy. He's got a channel too. So.
But if you get here early, you can crash at Todd's house the night before. He'll put you up. He'll be fine.
I actually have a work meeting, so I'm gonna.
You can drink all of his stuff.
I don't know if I can get over there Friday, so that's my problem. So I got a meeting I can't get out of. Dang work. Stupid work. Maybe
well, guys, honestly, thank you very much. Check out all the good stuff going on at Allview and Drug City. We appreciate you both, and
good, guys.
We'll do this again very soon.
Yeah. Cheers, guys. We'll talk to you soon.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Appreciate you both.
Guys.
Thank you.
Give it up for, there
Thank
you
you.
go. Justin and
Cheers,
George
guys.
from Allview and Drug City. Just amazing guys. That Andy, I mean, the fun. Do you remember the first time we saw those labels that were coming out on the Coming Whiskey? And we saw it was the Mount Vernon, and it said, Mount Vernon, Maryland, and then Sherbrooke. And what is it? We had no idea what any of these things were. This was months ago.
Yep.
And the fact that there was these guys doing
look, if there's any group of there's 50 states, if there's any ethnocentric group that's got more pride than Maryland, I'd be surprised, because anything and everything we can throw our flag on, our name behind, and get behind. That's what Maryland does, right? We're more than just crab cakes and football, right? So
yeah,
I think it's kind of cool that we're paying respect to just how amazing things used to be back in the day when it came to rye whiskey and production here. So awesome. All right. So now before we do this, I want to say to our Patreons, if you haven't checked it out yet, go to our Patreon page. I actually have a tracker that you guys can. Todd, you gonna hold it up? Let me see.
Well, I got my rating. I don't want to give away my ratings, but
that's right. You can just real quickly. You got a tracker that you can either print out or you can play live with it. You can actually go ahead. Another kind of perk of being a Patreon. We're going to put that up every week now, so you guys can actually see that.
Track your songs.
So you can track the songs, which I think will be fun.
Yes.
And so you can do the scoring along with us, which would be cool. So, Gwen, since you are brand new, you can do that too. And by the way, we didn't properly welcome you, Gwen. Thank you, John, who was here earlier. I think he's jumping back on for the
music
album battle music session. Both of you, thank you, and welcome to the family.
Welcome to the carnival. Welcome to the party. Welcome to the edge of your seat. Let's go. Let's go. Do you really want to do this?
So we are up, Andy, to 48 patrons. So we're 2 away from 50, where we'll give away this Proof and Wood Vertigo. So super excited about that. All right, Andy.
Yeah.
Roth Hagar.
I mean, you want me? I'm not going to give mine away yet, because they were so close in rankings that I don't want to give it away.
No worries.
So for those of you who are sticking with us for the album battle, enjoy. For those of you who are with us just for the bourbon, that's cool. But we hope you will stick around. It's a lot of fun. But we know
it's Van Halen.
To
me, Andy, Van Halen, I think is there a better American rock band than Van Halen? Maybe Aerosmith is debatable.
I mean, let's just, you have the Eagles, you have Aerosmith, you have a very limited pool of people who are up in that category.
Boston.
But I mean, really, really good. By the way, Todd, Joe wants to know, did you mention Discord?
Oh, yes. Patreon members. We've started a Discord. So it's up and running. We've got some pretty cool, I guess, talk back and forth and discussion on various topips. So if you're a Patreon member, check out the link. Go get over to Patreon. It's basically a glorified message board. That's basically what it is. So it allows us to kind of communicate. And you guys, on Patreon, we have to post something for you to communicate. You guys can post things and have discussions, bottle trades. If you're looking for a specific bottle, say, hey, maybe you want to get over to Allview or Drug City and someone's local. There's somebody that you can find that'll, mule for you and get the bottle of that sort of that Lauralee or maybe that Old Line or that Wilderness Trail and send it to you. So again, another perk of Patreon, just you'll get a Discord access. Just check out the link it was posted a few days ago. So go check that out. And it's simple. If Andy can do it, anybody can do it, right?
Trust me, that's true. I'm not the social media guy, but I'm
By the way,
better.
yeah, there you go. All right, so Andy, let's get going here because we got a lot of songs to get. So we're gonna go by. Andy, set this up. How are we gonna do this?
All right, so here's the deal. This album was called Best of Both Worlds. This came out and actually came out post Gary Schrum. They left him off, and they took all the hits of David Lee Roth and Sammy Hagar. 14 songs from Hagar, 15 songs from Roth. We're not counting Eruption because it's a guitar solo and it's just an iconic 10.
Correct.
And we took out the new songs that were on there. So basically, we're going through this album, and despite the fact that it's one album, it's lead singer versus lead singer. So
yeah,
if you're following along with us on your scorecard, you're basically going to watch the Roth category, Hagar category. We'll tell you which one is which. You'll pretty much know what it is. You score it anywhere from 1 to 10. You take the average, and you find out what you actually think about the album itself. We've been doing this for a while now. We've done a lot of albums, and we do all kinds of genres. We've done everything from Appetite to Destruction to Alanis Morissette's Jagged Little Pill, and
how did that happen?
And Shania Twain, and we did so it's a lot of fun. We've been doing this now for a few weeks, and people have been really enjoying it. So play along with us. That's one of the perks of Patreon. We're going to put the scorecards up. You guys can do that.
Get right into it, Andy.
Get right into it. Todd, tell us about this now. So the first song, Ain't Talking About Love. Go ahead, Todd.
Well, listen, you'll see a common theme when we go through all of it, and it's the amazingness of the one Eddie Van Halen. So now he's on both Hagar and Roth, right? But the amazing thing here is how I think the best guitar player of all time is Eddie Van Halen. And what he does with the guitar is, when we listen to this catalog, it's just amazing what he can do. So there's two things I love in a rock song. Great guitar lick and great chorus. And Van Halen has that. And this is no different. I love this song, Andy.
Yeah,
9.5 for me.
So put your score up. What did you guys score this? We'd love to hear it.
Out of 10.
All right. You put 9.5? All right.
I'm semi-good looking. What did you give it, Andy?
Well, Todd, first of all, this also reminds me of you because there's a lot of girls in high school when around prom time came, they would say, Todd's semi-good looking. Well, I guess
I'll take it. I'll take
see.
that.
And it worked for you. So now there's some people who are like, either way, it's David for the win. I think it's interesting hearing these things back to back to see what people think.
9.2 for Saucy. All right. 8 for JG. There's not more rankings for this? We're talking about David Lee Roth here. 8.5 for Eric. Come on, get your... Really? I thought they'd be higher than this. I had a 9.5. 9.1 for Matt J. Hey. What did you give it, Andy?
I'm trying to find my score.
Oh, my God. Come on, Andrew.
Well... And Todd, I forgot to update my teams too, or the slides.
All right, we got time for that. You got plenty of time for that. Yeah. What's your score for this?
Unfortunately, on the new computer, I don't know where I put it. So,
what would you give it, Andy?
What
would you give it? Rank it now.
I'm so mad. I'm trying to find the score. Hold on.
By the way, guys, to all your contributions, we bought a computer for Andy. No longer does he have to work on some 12-year-old laptop. He now has a nice computer.
It's true.
Well done.
I'm still learning how to use.
Yeah, it's a Mac.
The first time I've ever used a Mac, so I may have lost my score.
All right, well, what would you give this, Andy?
I don't even want to play now. I'm so mad. I can tell you my final scores. I'll do that at the end, but this is almost, 8 point. I think I gave it 8.2. I think that's what I gave it.
8.2? That's way too low.
It's exactly what Christopher David gave, by the way. Yeah.
Whatever. It's too low. All right, Andy, we're going over now to Sammy Hagar. I like this song a lot, but you'll see a difference in the sound of Van Halen with Sammy Hagar compared to David Lee Roth. Now, Andy, I'll say this. I'll bring this down for a second so you can actually hear me. I don't know if it's Come on, baby. I don't know if it's because of the time frame that Sammy was in, Van Halen, or just Sammy Hagar, but the sound of Van Halen changes, right?
Oh yeah,
drastically.
Well, they had a singer. I mean, David Lee Roth is not a vocalist. He's a good frontman. He's dynamic. But Sammy Hagar is not going to wow you with the stage presence, but he's got a great voice. They can actually sing with him. And so it's different. Which, by the way, Todd, do you know what this song is about?
Finish what you started. No.
It's a color of it's a color of a certain ball when things don't get jumped over completion. Yeah. They wrote that this is two songs jamming. Sammy and Eddie did this.
I gave it an 8.25. Eddie, what'd you give it?
I gave this a 9.1 is what I think.
9.1. Crazy.
Crazy. It's a great song.
Oh my God. Jeez, Louise. Listen to that. Just listen to that.
Oh, there he goes. It's very red, too.
You really got me. This is amazing. It's amazing. Amazing. The guitar lick is really what's amazing. 9.0 for me. How do you not love this song? Oh, yeah.
You really got me now. You got me so I don't know where I'm going.
Come on, Eddie, sing it.
Oh, yeah. You really got me now. You got me so I can see that night.
You really got me. You really got me.
You really got me.
I love it. Andy, what'd you give it?
8.8 for this one.
All right, I gave it a 9. We're close. What's the chat saying?
I only wanna be by
your side. Yeah. 9. 7 from Robert. 7. Hey, Bourbon, we got you the hookup for Friday, so just go to George. All right, Eddie, let's go to the next one.
All right.
Oh, I love this song.
God, this song's so good.
The sound is completely different. Andy, you didn't answer my question. Is it because of Sammy Hagar or because of the time?
No, it's a little bit of both, but I think it's mainly because of Sammy Hagar. Because they could actually sing with him.
This Sherwood is so effing good. I'm having a board, Andy. It's hard to stop now.
This is a 9.2 for me. I love this song. It's a killer track.
I gave it an 8.5.
Good score. I love Sammy's voice, though. I think he's just got a classic rock voice. It's really good.
I love the use of the keyboard, the guitar.
Eddie's a fantastic keyboard player, too. He was an amazing musician.
He's amazing.
I mean, all this stuff is built around Eddie. I mean, it's just what he could do with one, he couldn't do with the other. It's basically what it was.
True.
So
anyway, what is the chat saying? 8.4, 8.5. I gave 8.5. JG 9, 7. Okay. 9.9 for Mashville. Almost an iconic song for him. What did you give it, Andy?
I gave this. I think this is 9.2 for me.
Agreed. Shane, I might give you another sample because you won this week. So, spoiler alert: I have another bottle to Sherwood. I bought 2 bottles.
Straight up will fly.
All right, 9.4. All right. Great song. Next song, we're going back to David Lee Roth. Here's the thing. Listen to Alex Van Halen on drums here. Underappreciated, I think.
I agree with that.
Listen to that drum lick. Listen to that.
This whole thing is an instrumental masterpiece with David Lee Roth filling in. That's the problem with this song.
That's true.
I gave it an 8.5 for that reason because
I gave it 8.75. But we're close. I agree with you.
Because I think that the only person who doesn't have chops on this is like a jam band who's killer good, except for Roth. Just listen to that. It's pretty amazing. Oh, we got 10 here from Saucy.
Oh, it's so good. Ooh.
Wow, it's Showdown, Beavis. It's okay.
Plus, the video for this is quite amazing. You remember the video, Andy?
I do.
What's the chat saying?
Ease the seat back.
Oh, wow.
8.8. I got my pencil.
I got my pencil.
Oh, yeah. Ready? 10 for Joe.
Ease the seat back. All right, Todd, what's next?
All right. I gave it an 8.75. All right. Again, there's not really a bad song on this album. Woo! Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. Wrong. I went backwards. Sorry.
Right.
Sorry.
It's all right. It's all right. No, you missed one.
I'm skipping. Sorry.
You suck. Come on.
Sorry. All right. Here is my favorite. One of my favorite. It's tied for another one. Sammy Hagar, Van Halen songs. Oh, listen to that. Who puts a drill on a guitar? Well, Eddie Van Halen does. Eddie Van Halen does. Holy crap.
All right, so Eddie does the drill, which inspires Jesse James to do the chainsaw. Anytime you have power tools in there, you got to do well, right?
Very good.
I gave this an 8.9. I love this song. It's a great song.
I gave it a 9.5. See, here's my problem with this CD. It does not have enough, for enough of carnal knowledge, the FUCK album songs on it. I love that album. And there's only 4 songs on this 29 songs.
Including my favorite.
Well, yeah. So I love
David
this song.
Lee Roth isn't even the second best singer in his version of Van Halen. No, that's true.
Who said that? Who said that?
Stanley, he's right. The Gary Sharon's, you know Gary Sharon.
Stanley, don't make me not send you your winnings.
Todd, you don't have to. Nothing that Gary Sharon did with Van Halen was nearly as good as Hagar and Roth, but he's a better singer than David Lee Roth.
I agree with him on that, but
that's all he's saying. Sharon's a
singer, okay, but there's more to him than just say he can still sing.
That's not what he said. He just said the best. He's not even the second best singer in this version.
All right, what does the chat say here? 9.3, 9.9, 9.7. All right.
He had been in high school, and
now
by the way, congratulations, Eric. You won that a whole lot more.
Yeah. What happened?
Diamond Dave, that's funny. 9.3, 9.9.
Here's an old school Van Halen song.
All right, what's next, buddy?
And the Cradle of Rock.
And the Cradle of Rock.
This song's okay for me. It's not an 8.25. It's good. It's not great.
I gave this an 8.1.
What'd you give it?
8.1.
Yeah, 8.25 for me.
Just some new sensation.
I like the chorus.
It's okay.
And then,
all right, and then
and this song, Black and Blue. Next, what's the chat say? 7,
also
9.
Michael Anthony. That's funny. Michael Anthony could sing
Michael
too.
Anthony carried Diamond Dave.
Wow.
But Jay's right. He was the showman, the ultimate showman. All right, let's head over onto the Black and Blue side here.
I don't love this song, Andy. I gave this song a 7. What did you give it?
I gave this a 7.9.
Yeah, not a great song. It's okay. It's good. It's not great. There's nothing to it. You know, it just goes this way the whole time. Look, I can play here. Same thing, same beat. Nothing different. Look, hold on.
I don't think you're giving complete justice. It's just in a slew of major hits, it falls a
Robert
little flat.
Stack. Look, a 9-1 from Matt J. 9-1.
It's not a bad song. It's a good song.
I think the Mash Bill likes Hagar better.
He might. We'll have to see. I actually know he likes better. I know.
Are you ready? Are you ready?
Go ahead. All right, hit it.
Let's just listen.
Now Todd does keyboards too. This is a little treat. Here we go. New keyboards, which Eddie could play as well. There we go. Oh, keyboards and drums.
Switch up.
You're confused now. Now you're just confused.
This is a 10. I reserved 10s for iconic songs. This is an iconic song.
I gave this a 10 as well. I mean, just ridiculous. Chris, what's up, man? We were barflies, brother. Yeah, 10, 7, 10.
5.9. What?
You gave it 5.9. Oh, that's funny.
That might be
just how you feel.
You're making
yes, agree, JG.
Look,
Robert Tech 10.
The greatest thing about this song is that Eddie Van Halen is known as the greatest guitar player of all time, and this song is known for keyboards.
That's true. That is true.
But this song is just fantastic.
Listen to the chorus.
All right, let's do this next.
Wait, hold on.
You want to see? Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, baby. Hit it.
Wow, might as well jump.
Go ahead, Todd. Sing it.
All right, that was awesome. Top of the world, Andy. I love this song.
This song is silly good.
Oh, the wrong part. I love the screamer.
I love his voice.
I love this song.
right, so this is a 9.3 for me. I love this song.
I gave this a 9, Andy. I'm with you. It's just fantastic.
It's a really, really good.
What album is this off of? Is this off of 5150?
I think so.
Yeah.
It's either that. Yeah, it's not off of Balance, and it wasn't off of
Yeah, I think it's 5150. Here we go. Ready? What's the chat saying?
Well, we got a lot of 9s and 10s, except for a 2.4 here, which is 9.1, 9.1, 9.1.
Yeah, it's great. Everybody loves this song. Great. Good. All right, next song. All right, now.
All right, this just all right. So I'm just gonna make it a point here, Todd. They did too many cover songs early in their career.
They did.
This did not work for me. I gave this a 7. It's just not that great. I mean, I love Roy Orbison and all, and actually
I gave this 8.25, which is low for me. It's a cover. I think they do it okay, but it's nothing special.
It's a stupid cover song. Like
it's
Roy
stupid.
Orbison. I would rather listen to Roy Orbison's version. This is not good.
JG gives it a 10.
Oh, really? Wow. Yeah. Not
So
my
does Jay
favorite.
Hauser. 10. Scott gives it an 8. Okay, I gave it an 8.25.
Jay gave it a 20. Jay really likes
JG gives it a 20.
I think Jay just likes pretty women. I think that's different. So that's good for Jay. Z-Man gets an 8. This is weakened a lot for me. But I like the original Van Halen too. Not gonna lie to you.
All right, here we go. Ready? Andy, Love Walks In. Oh. Everybody, grab your date, head to the dance floor. Let's spin it around the old roller rink.
And
Have a
enjoy
good
yourselves.
stroll
And
Love Walks In from Van
enjoy your
Halen.
dance, but please leave room for the Holy Ghost. And honestly,
This
dude,
is a song you skated around the roller rink in, right? You made it
9.5, dude. Love this song. I love this song.
8.5 for me. It's a bit cheesy. There's too much synthesizer.
And I mean, Daily Roth wasn't cheese.
That was jump. That was different.
Mean, come on, this is.
I like it. 8.5. Not as good as you said.
9.5 for me. I love this.
8.75.
He's just got a great voice. Great voice.
Mr. Great Shots here. All right.
Now look, fifth chord, tell you right, song of breakups.
Song
So
of
if you broke
breakups.
up
Yeah,
during
there
this,
you go.
this might hold a different meaning to you
That's
back
right,
in the day.
Scott. That's 100% true.
Yeah, and see, and I agree with Robert's right. Worst of the covers, by the way, for
Really?
Yep, for Roy Orbison, pretty.
Z-Man gives it a 9. Robert
Great.
attack.
It's just great.
Robert, you won tonight. What a classic. It is classic. 8.5 for me.
I love this song.
Matt J.
9.8. Yes, here we go.
Here we go. Ready?
So we're a little behind on the chats, and then, yeah, they're all coming in high on this song.
Yeah, we gotta let it get back up.
All your dreams are strange.
Love comes walking in. I love this song.
Great song.
All right, good tune. All right, Beavis.
Oh,
There
there he is. Michael Anthony on bass. Ready? Hold on.
What, please wait, do that one more time. I want to hear you do that.
That's a little bit. There it is.
Oh my God.
On top of the world. I like this song a lot. I mean, it's not great, but 8.5 for me. It's a fun song. It's a great song. You get a bourbon in your hand. You sit back, relaxing.
I gave it a 7.9. It's okay. It's all right.
I like
it's
better.
fun. It's not great. It's fun.
It's old school with Van Halen right here. Old
It
school,
is.
1979.
All right. I mean, this has that Ice Cream Man vibe to it. You know?
That's another good one.
It's all right. It's all right. It's not bad.
What's the chat saying?
Chats? Let's see what the chat is.
Here we go. Ready? All I need is
7.5.
That's all I needed. In high school, Andy. All I need is a beautiful girl.
Yeah, it just didn't happen, Todd, because you were semi good looking, remember? So it didn't happen.
Well, I'm above in the sun, and I'm
Can't Stop Loving You.
I love this song.
You can hear the difference in sound between Hagar and Roth very clearly here. There's a different sound in both bands.
You know what? There is, but there isn't. Okay, so both of them are crafted for the radio. All those songs are radio friendly. It's just that I think Hagar came out when it was even more like pop driven.
Okay.
And his songs were really tailored for that. But Daily Roth was primed for MTV. Like, you remember him like on the ropes between the crowd, the iconic videos, and the facial expressions. They were both primed for airplay.
Okay.
One was primed for the radio. One was primed for TV. And that was the difference between David Lee Roth and Sammy Hagar. Hagar was primed for being on the radio, and I think David Lee Roth was primed for being on TV. So, like you have a face that's made for radio. So you would have been like Sammy Hagar. So I may have been more David Lee Roth.
Keep dreaming. Anyway,
I gave this
7.5 for me.
9.3 for this.
Oh, way too high for the song. Wait, what? This song is good, but nothing great. Why do you 9.3 for this?
It's one of the top 5 Sammy Hagar favorite songs. Love it.
5.5. Oh wait, I think this is Mashville. His favorite Van Halen. Mashville definitely prefers Sammy Hagar. There's no doubt about that.
Well,
Z-Man 8.
I'll tell you.
Fifth quarter 6.5. All right. Michael Bolton. What did JG say about Michael Bolton? What? All right, Andy, get ready to rock. Let's start rocking again. Oh, my God. 9.75. This is very close to perfection. Just listen.
This was always one of my favorite Van Halen songs.
Oh, it's so good.
I think it's short, it's quick, it's to the point, it's got killer guitar work. I think everything about the song is just classic.
9.75.
And again, this is like this is a song that Vince Neil could sing. It's built around David's voice. It's a perfect rock
Listen
song
to that bass from Michael Anthony, though.
Oh yeah, they're just great musicians.
What does the chat say? This has to be high.
Yeah, 9.2 for me on this. Todd, what'd you give it?
11 from JH.
Todd, what'd you give it?
9.75.
Okay, 9.2, we were close. That's good.
All right. All right, we're going to go back to back with Roth. This is the way it goes here. So,
okay.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Coming at you. 98 Rock, WIYY, Baltimore. Van Halen with Panama.
I love this song.
Yeah, 9.75 again. Bring it back.
So, this... All right, you think of... No, I'll let you finish. Go ahead. Then when he gets going like that, he's got a little bit of Mississippi bloodhound in him. The best is just let him go to town, let him finish. There he goes. There he goes. There he goes. That's it. Attaboy. Let me know when you're ready. There we go.
How good is this? I mean, come on.
You're turning a little bit of toss.
9.75. It should probably be a 10, but I didn't do it.
I'm worried about how red you are, though. Woo! Are you okay? Do you need a Coke Zero? You need something? Anything? You all right, little fella? Can you hear me? You can't hear me, can you? Because you're too busy doing that. Okay, there he goes.
This is so good.
Oh, I need to take a breather.
There it is.
There you go. There you go. It's muted. He's
still Andy.
No, Todd. No, Todd. I need you. Oh, he's still going. I apologize to all of you out there. He's still going. He's still going.
You muted it. Why are you? Yeah.
I want. I was trying to get your attention. It wasn't working. But you.
It's crazy. Right. I don't know how you come back from that.
All right, let's see. Here we go.
This is an 8 for me, Andy. Again, it just doesn't hold up to David Lee Roth's catalog. It just doesn't. It's good, but not great.
This song is okay. I gave this an 8.7.
8.7? Are you crazy?
I'm not crazy, Todd. I'm not crazy. What'd you give it?
I gave it an 8.
Not that much. Not that much of a difference. I mean, it's a great song. It's just, I mean, it's not Panama. You follow Panama, you're not going to do anything. Let's be honest, okay? That's really hard to do. We'll let people let that percolate for a second. Todd's getting the color back. He's turning back from lobster red to white. He's coming back a little bit. Give him a second. I gotta tell you, Todd. The thing is with
Andy, you gave us an 8.7, way too high.
Here's the thing. I love Sammy's voice.
Cheers, Robert. We'll see you next week.
Yeah, thanks, Robert. Appreciate you, man. And congrats on winning tonight. All right, Todd. What's next?
Oh, yes.
I can't believe we haven't gotten kicked off yet. Pretty impressive.
It's a big 9.25 for me. Sorry, 8.75.
Todd, I had that too. 8.75. We're on the same page. Same page.
What do you think about this one, Andy?
I just said 8.75. We're on the same page. So I love this thing. Touche there, Mashville. Yes,
hey, look.
Haley's right. Yeah.
Nashville like this.
Yeah, that's a great song. Great song. All right, Todd, let's see. What's next?
Ooh, I like this song.
Oh, Fat Tony. Shut up, Todd. Don't say anything. I don't want
8.75 for me.
You are so wrong. I'm muting you. Shut the hell up. This is my favorite Van Halen song of all time. I freaking love this song. Run around from This is a 10 for me. Love this song, top to bottom. My favorite Van Halen song of all time. I absolutely love this song.
More than Jump, more than Unchained, more than Panama.
Yep.
This.
I love it. I love this song. Crazy good. Crazy good. So, this just tipped the scales for me. And the chorus, man, is just infectious. His voice is so good, this man. This is what Daily Roth could not sing the song. He could not do the song justice. I love it. Go to the chorus, Ty. Go to the chorus.
I think you're up.
Go to the chorus. Can you hear me?
Oh, sorry.
Here we go.
It's a good song. It's very good.
Oh, I love this song.
And Andy, what's this off of?
This off of For Unlawful Carnal.
Yes, exactly. 8.75 for me.
All right, Todd, what we got next?
It's I'll Wait. Okay song. It's an older song again from.
This is a low point for me, I think, between this and some of the covers.
8.25.
7.5 for me. We're 10 points different on that one.
Yeah, I can't argue with that. I have an 8.25.
I mean, it's okay. You
it's an older song
it. It's memorable. Yeah. It's just not.
This almost has like a Journey-esque feel to it. Sound.
Yes,
you know
I'll agree. That's a good call on that.
Like Journey. It sounds like Journey.
Journey without Steve Perry.
Well, yes, right. Yeah. What's the chat say?
So I have question all things Andy.
There you go, Jay. I've been questioning them all my life too.
Todd's still questioning.
Thank you, Scott. Exactly. That's true.
Oh, I don't know about that either.
There you go, Eric. That's true. He's right.
Oh, they're coming out. They're all coming out. Look, guys, I'm so close between where my scores are. Very close. I'm not dogging Daily Roth. I love his
the
work
chorus
too.
for Nashville. It's his favorite.
All right,
here you go. All right, Eddie.
Oh, here we go.
This is my tied for my favorite Hagar Van Halen song. It's fantastic. 9.5 for me. This song is gold. It's got everything. It's got a great chorus. It's got great guitar work.
Oh, I love
bass,
this song.
great drums, everything.
9.5 for me on this one.
That's what I gave it. 9.5.
There's no denying that they both are so different, yet brought so much to.
Was this
Van
off of
Halen.
5150?
Yes.
Yeah. What's the chat saying, Andy?
At 9.65. 9.3.
Here we go, Andy. It's got what it takes. So tell me why can't this be love?
I gotta tell you, yeah, this is a very tight battle here. All right, Todd, what you got next?
Can I just say something? This shows you how amazing this band is, right?
Well, it also shows you. I think it shows you the strength of the musicians in the band too, because
Hagar was established before.
Very few. Yes. No. I'm talking about really about Eddie and Alex and just like how dynamic they were to be able to take both singers and make it work. And to an extent, Gary Cherone had no chance. Had he come at a different time, maybe he would have even had a chance because he had a great voice. Let's put it this way: if Gary Cherone had taken over for Sammy Hagar before Sammy Hagar was even hired, possibly, I think they'd have been just as successful.
But we wouldn't have Extreme, so let's just be happy with that.
I'm just saying they had this ability because they played around the guitar, two, they played around the singer, but they made it all work, and I think it was great. So, all right, what's next?
Oh, another great song.
Oh, this is iconic.
So good.
I gave this a 9.3.
9.25 for me, Andy. We're right on. Here we go. Ready? So goddamn good.
Todd, here's your question for you. $1 million question. Ready? I'll put this out in the chat. Turn it down just a second before you act like a fool. Ready?
All right, I can't help it. It's so good.
I know you can't help it. Question to the chat. Running with the Devil versus Shout at the Devil by Motley Crue. And Todd, what say you as well?
Shout at the Devil's better.
You think so?
I'm a bigger Motley fan, so yes. But I love the song.
All right, I want the chat.
Shout at the Devil.
Shout at the Devil.
That's a very good question.
Versus Running with the Devil. What's the better song? Because we got some 9s here. 9.5, 9.6. Look at all this. 9.6. So.
You go ready, Andy? Running with the devil. Listen to Dr. Dave. Just listen to him. He's such a showman.
He screamed well. Him and Steve Perry. Steve and Tyler had this great scream.
The guitar. Right. We never got the guitar solo. Let's just listen to that real quick.
God.
Oh, so good.
I'm trying to get to my next big heavy 9 here.
Oh, Andy, heading to the dance floor for your pleasure.
Fat Tony. While you were out Kenny Loggins playing with the boys, this is the song.
Hey, I like this song a lot. Yeah. I give it a 9. It's fantastic.
A 9, that's it? Oh, this is a 9.7 for me. I love it.
All right, I give it a 9. Great.
Best Van Halen ballad of all time.
That's probably true. Yes, it is.
Probably a top 10 hairband ballad of all time. I love this song. 9.7.
Andy.
What?
We just got another Patreon member. Mr. Great Shot is now part of the Beer, Bourbon, and Rock and Roll family. Mr. Great Shot, thank you.
Thank you.
We're now one away from 50. Awesome. We are one away from 50, Andy. We are one away.
That means that Vertigo could go tonight if someone jumps on.
If somebody jumps on, I'll give it away tonight.
That Vertigo could go tonight. That'd be awesome.
We're one away.
You. So that
JG gave it a 3. He gave it a 3. He gave it a 3. Awesome. Oh man.
Well, hey, to Mr. Great Shot, thank you very much. That's really cool. We appreciate it.
Thank you, buddy.
And by the way, we do need to give him a proper intro as well, so thank you.
Welcome to the party. To the edge of your seat. Let's go. Let's go. Do you really want to do this?
Thank you. We're one away. You get one more. We will put everybody's on the wheel and give it away.
See how quickly Def Leppard came in and said, Van Halen, you guys are okay, but we're going to shut this thing down because we're Def Leppard. Because that's what we do. That's what we do. So
here's my least favorite song from David Lee Roth.
All right, go ahead.
I just don't love it.
It's too synthy.
7.5 for me. That might be even generous.
I gave this a 6.8. This song is another cover that's just not worth doing. I wasn't a fan of their covers. This song was just not great for me. 6.8. You know,
Nashville likes it.
I love you like it. Right.
I gave it 7.5, so we're not far off.
It's not great. It's okay. It's okay.
They say Baltimore in this, Andy.
They do say Baltimore. That is true.
Gets points for that. Gets points for that.
So I gave it an extra 10 points for just saying mention Baltimore.
We gave an extra 3 points for that. It was a 7.5.
But it wasn't 21090.
Yeah. All right, we agree. It's not the greatest song. I mean, here's the chorus.
Everybody knows dancing.
Okay. All right, here we go.
All right. What's next?
Not enough.
All right, so this song, by the way, this is the worst of the Hagar. So we went from the worst of Roth to the worst of Hagar.
This song is ridiculous.
1 minute intro here is just
what
you
is
just
this?
skip through it. It's just a bunch of gibberish. Go to like a minute and 20.
Yeah, I gave
and
this a 6. This
piano.
song kills it.
It's slow. It's okay. It's not a terrible.
What did
it's
you
not
give
terrible.
this?
I gave this a 6.8.
6 point what?
6.8.
Yeah, I gave it 6. We're on the same ballpark.
So I think you and
How
I
did this
talked
make
about
it on the CD?
Well, that's what I think we talked. I think there's better representations they could have come up with, and
yes,
in particular for Unlawful Carnal Knowledge,
yes,
some more hits that could have been on there. So, but that's all right.
I will give you my rating for Hagar without this song, and it improves drastically. I gave this a 6. I don't. What is this song? How is this on the best of? What is this?
I don't think this did much on the charts either, so I'm surprised this was.
Z-Man likes it. Z-Man likes it.
All right, fair enough.
10. Well, Z-Man loves it. 3 more members. All right, 4. Yeah, it's just not good. All right, let's get back to Roth.
So you said so. I saw Van Halen with Daily Roth and Constantine. There's no comparison. In a good way or a bad way? I'm assuming that means you're a Roth fan, though. Oh yeah, you're a Roth fan too.
All right, next song anyway. It's another Roth. It's another Hagar.
Another Hagar. All right.
Not a bad song, but not great. Again, the synthesizer, 7.5 for me.
This sounded too 80s Chiefs to me as well. I actually also was 7.5. It just
7.5. It's not terrible. It's catchy.
It's
in a
better
way
than anything off of Jagged Little Pill, but it's just not a great
That's true.
song.
It does. It's catchy, but not great. Right?
Joe hated it.
7.5. What did they say?
A lot of people. This seems to be
-10. Whoa.
All right.
Woof. 3. What's up, Deathless Dog?
All right, let's go back to the next one here. We're creeping up on 11. We're going to get some stuff away. Let's see.
Too Toto-like. Toto-like. Oh.
I can see that. All right. What's next, Todd?
All right. Not a great. We haven't even sung yet. I mean, where's the chorus on the song? There it is.
It's all right, Todd, what you got next?
Well, it's a very good song. Oh, Fat Tony. Tied for my favorite Hagar song.
I'll say this. Every video that has ever been done by Van Halen from Daily Roth, people don't remember Sammy Hagar for a reason. Except for this one, with all the words and signs and stuff like that. Like, this was like the most iconic of the videos from, I
bet your brother can play this on piano, can't he?
Yeah, he actually likes to play this, yeah.
I can play piano.
Can you play this?
If I can learn it, I bet you I can play it. I guarantee I can play it eventually. Yes.
I'm going to give you a month to learn this.
I bet you I could.
You could play this?
Yes, I think I could. I think I could.
I don't even think you could play the intro to Don't Close Your Eyes.
Andy, I took piano lessons for like 8 years.
So did I. And I'm not.
I was in recitals and everything.
So was I. I don't think I could play this that well.
Maybe I could. It could be the alcohol string.
I think it's the alcohol talking. I think you get a little He-Man.
This song kicks ass, though. What doesn't suck is this song.
9.4 for me on this.
9.5 for me. I love this song.
All right.
Again, off of College. Say the word. F-U-C-K. I can't say it. I can't say that. I love the chord here. Here we go. Ready?
Matt says, no doubt Todd can play this. Now, Matt, are you saying air piano or are you saying regular piano? I just want to know.
Mr. Great Shot likes it.
Oh, Dave Ames wants a piano battle between the two. I would do that. I'd be down for a piano battle.
It also makes me thirsty.
Todd, you ready for a piano battle? Between the
What's
two
that,
of us.
Andy?
A piano battle between the two of us.
With who? You mean you?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
All right. We'll see.
All right, Andy, you ready to get back to rocking?
All right, back to rocking. Go ahead.
Everybody wants some. I want some too. Do you want some? I want some.
Yeah.
We all want some.
Okay. It's a
okay.
Weird intro.
It is a weird intro, but it's okay. It's David Lee Roth going nuts here.
It
takes a while. It takes a while. Oh, when it kicks in, though, hold on. Let's listen. Here we go. Are you ready to rock? Let's rock. Hey, here we go.
I gave this an 8.9 for me on this. What'd you give?
8.75. I'm with you.
I get a higher one. I said it's all right.
Listen to Michael Anthony's bass on this, though. It's fantastic. He's rolling. Michael Anthony, again, underappreciated.
Well, there was no way you were going to get any type of recognition. There you go.
That's true. What's everybody saying? 9, 9, yeah. 10, 9, yeah.
All right, Todd, one more from Roth. I mean,
all right, one more. We're gonna end on this. Okay, 8.5 for me.
You know what's funny? I don't know what is the song. I love this tune.
It's just good. 8.5.
It just makes me feel good. I gave this a 9.2. I love this song. I love this song. I absolutely love this song. So, Eric can play piano here. We got another 9 here. We're going to piano. This, I feel like this could have been a Sammy song. I think Sammy would have done great in this song.
Yeah.
I love this tune. All right, so there you have it, people.
Wait, hold on.
Go ahead.
Don't end it.
You want to sing a little more, Todd?
Yes, it does roll.
Just sing a little bit longer, Todd. Go ahead.
Ooh, baby. Take a dance. It's old enough to dance the night away.
Keep going.
Oh, I died away. Are you muting? God dang it, Andy! Stop muting it! Stop muting it!
You're like a cross between Fergie and Jesus. That's beautiful. I love that. That's beautiful.
All right, Andy. What was your favorite? Let's go back. What was your favorite Van Halen song?
Run around.
So, guys, tally up your scores for Van Halen and Roth, and put them in the chat. Who did you like better? So you should have been able to. Hopefully, you kept track. If not, just make it up.
And Todd, you can enter my scores in on the fly because I didn't do it. But
okay, Andy,
we'll
then I will do that. What is? I don't know what your scores are.
That's
Andy.
fine. I'll tell you to them. You can just plug them in. It's no big deal.
What are your scores? Go ahead, tell me.
Okay, so for David Lee Roth, there's a 0.22 difference between the two of mine that I have.
Okay, what is David Lee Roth, Andy?
David Lee Roth is 8.51 for me.
I already know you like Sammy Hagar better, so it doesn't matter. So that
okay.
means 8.53 for Sammy Hagar.
No, it's 8.73 for
7.3.
You're not good at math. You never were, but that's okay. So
yeah, sorry.
I wanted to say. So yeah, 8.51 for Roth and 8.73 for Hagar. Let me tell you something. This is going to sound crazy. Roth wins if you take his solo songs and stick them in there. I love David Lee Roth's solo work. So
I'm just playing my favorite song again.
All right, well, turn it down just a little bit. I love that song too. What you have, Todd? What do you have?
I'll get to it. My second favorite song from them.
God, just give us your scores.
I'm just going back. How great is all this?
They're all great. People want to know what you got going.
And then Panama. Oh God.
Okay,
all right, I'm done. I'm sorry. I'm done with it. Okay, we'll turn it off.
You might need the Todd. I actually think that you should actually finish what you started because it sounds like you're gonna have a set of blue you know what's tonight.
Van Halen's amazing. Van Halen is amazing.
There. All right.
All right. There's my scores. Bring that up, Andy. Can you bring that up?
It's up. It was up. There you go.
So 8.85 for Diamond Dave Van Halen, and 8.30 for Sammy. Again, I don't. We were kind of reversed, I guess, to a degree. If you took out that one song that was on there from for Hagar. What was it called? Not enough. Strung out, not enough.
Oh,
it was ridiculous.
Look at that, Todd.
Yes. What?
I see. Dimash at 50 Patreons. Is that correct? Did we get another Patreon here?
I didn't see it, but it could I didn't see it. Yes, Eric Thompson. Eric, we are at 50 patrons.
That is awesome. One more time with Joe and the boys.
Welcome to the carnival. Welcome to the party. Welcome to the edge of your seat. Let's go. Let's go. Do you really want to do this?
To take this
awesome.
Now.
What's up? That's fantastic. Thank you very much.
I have to download some Patreon members to put it in the wheel.
You got to do that. And
we're
Sam,
giving
what's
away.
Going on? Samantha Lee is here. What's going on, Samantha?
Eric Thompson, thank you.
Eric, thank you. That's awesome. Very, very cool. So, wow, look at that.
We're giving it away tonight. It's going, guys. If you stayed with us.
So, yeah, if you stay with us tonight, this is going to go. Todd, hold that up again. Hold that up again. By the way, that's a great bottle. Look at that puppy. That's coming your way. So,
proof of what? So, in 2021, their Vertigo comes out every year, but COVID came and they didn't do the but they still put it out in 22, the 2021 Vertigo from Proof and Wood, coming in at 102.3 proof. It's got a bunch of different blends of whiskey in here. I mean, really high age statements. Whatever. I'm just gonna give it away. I'm not gonna read it. Andy, I gotta actually enter in 50 names. So give me a second.
All right, we can do that.
So I'm gonna try to download and just see what you can do to entertain people for next 5 minutes.
And look, Deathless Dogs joined as well tonight.
Get the hell out here.
That's freaking awesome. Thank you so much.
Dude, you rock.
That is really cool. So yeah, so Todd, you're going to put this up. I'll let you.
Deathless Dogs. Shoot. Yes, I didn't see that. Yes. Why am I not getting any? My phone sucks. I see him now. Dan, thank you. Deathless, you're the best. Well, I think we might be over now. I don't know. I can't tell. It's not updating, but
either way,
we're giving it away. We're giving it away.
So that is fantastic. All right. So
let me
Todd,
open up.
Do you need some time?
You just got to give me a couple minutes. You got to do something else. You got to maybe we haven't put in the Patreon the P90X challenge. We haven't done that yet, Andy.
That's right. That's coming because I'm trying to figure out how to upload all 8 of them at one time. In the meantime, Todd, work on that. Let's do some outtakes from our last shoot.
Sure. Let's review it. Let's get it going.
Let's just do it.
So springtime.
All right, everybody, welcome back to. Why is it beeping?
Stop. Just go. It's fine. It's recording. That was doing it before, on both sides. Go.
You sure?
Yes.
God, you're an angry. Okay. This is twist off.
It is. It is. Don't be hating on the twist off.
You would have bought this zone, didn't send it to you.
That's true.
Do anything for the camera. Look how excited you get. Do a little dance for the camera.
Do a little dance. Make a little love. Get down tonight. Get down tonight. Whew. What are you doing?
I'm just
It's benchmark. Who cares?
Well, because we're still putting it out.
Yes, but it's 125 proof.
You're right.
Buffalo trees.
No one actually watches.
Lower left.
So
entry proof.
Entry proof.
It may be the best $20 whiskey out there. Benchmark.
You know I could kick your ass, right?
Not at all.
There's no problem.
I could kick you in the nads and then run away.
That's not kicking someone's ass. That's being a coward.
No.
If we had an MAA in a cage, if we had a cage like MAA.
You outweigh me by about
That doesn't matter.
But he outweighs me.
Muscle weighs more than fat.
Oh.
We have lots of both. And you know it. What's your problem?
Nothing.
This shirt looks like Hulk Hogan.
It's nice. Oh, what are you gonna do?
What you gonna do, brother?
Well, I'll come in and runs wild
all
on
the
you.
21090X and all 50 people who actually watch this run wild on you.
Come on.
I am fine.
You're getting drunk, aren't you?
I'm not getting drunk.
You are.
I am drunk.
You are drunk.
Ready?
Yep.
All right. All right, everybody, welcome back to 21090. I am Andy. This is Todd. And we're going to be doing another cool beer review, bourbon review.
Dude, what the hell was that for? It's in the sternum.
It's sternum.
Like
sternum.
It was like the arm. You went in the chest.
Sternum.
That hurt my hands. That hurt.
Sternum.
Shut up. Come on.
Sternum.
That's what it was. Chest, sternum.
Oh, geek.
Oh. Oh. I love the finish on that. Now, what do you think?
You're a gem.
Stop drinking all
I'm not drinking all. I'm not drinking all of it. I'm just drinking some of it.
God.
We're partners.
You didn't put in on this, man. Get out of here. I'll drink a little more too.
That's some good shit. Top Shelf Todd buys good.
I think 7's great too, and I still love it for what it is.
7's good. This is great.
There you go.
So,
all right, there you go. There's our review.
Good. Great.
Andrew, so I don't on this computer. I don't have Excel, but it's okay. Give me a second. I'm working around it.
You're working around it? You doing okay? You doing all right?
Around it. Yep. Give me 1 second.
All right, that's fine.
We're in a free trial here.
You do it.
Are you giving it away? Yeah, relax, dude.
We get up to 51, and now you're doing this amateur hour stuff. Look, I want all 51 of you to just unsubscribe right now, just because what Todd's doing is unacceptable. Except he does give away good stuff. That's the problem. Good stuff.
Right there you go.
No,
just hold on.
glad I didn't pay.
Hold on. Jesus, shut up, Andy. Just
do
something.
I do JG. That's great. All right, how many deep are you there, buddy?
Nothing. I'm trying to bring it on at one time. Just relax. Give me 1 second. You gotta just talk to the people.
I'm talking to the people. I'm having fun.
Nobody. You're not good at that, are you?
I'm great at that.
You're terrible at that. Bring somebody on then if you want to. It doesn't matter at this point. It's 11:07. Nobody cares.
Well, I mean, technically, if you want to come up and chat with us, why the hell not? We got to 51 tonight. We could do that. That's actually not a bad idea.
Yeah.
All right, let me see how to do this. I'm learning the new computer here. How do you paste with a Mac, Todd?
How do you what?
Paste. I don't know how to paste with a Mac. Someone out there, how do I paste with a Mac? I just copied it, but how do I paste it? Command what? Somebody help me. Somebody who's watching this, Macintosh. I'm learning this. It doesn't let me do that right click thing here.
Don't know, dude.
Crap nuggets. Hold on. Christine, is it possible to unsubscribe? No. You're locked in for
You're
life.
locked in now forever.
Hold on. Let me see.
You can't change.
How do I do this? Copy.
You can never change.
All right. How do I Commands P? Oh shit! What did I just hit? Cancel. I'm printing something. I'm printing your face. No,
awesome.
Cancel.
That's what everybody wants.
Hold on. Control.
Nobody's gonna be around to see who wins.
No, what? You come on. There's enough in here. Someone's got to know how to paste on a Mac. Well, Todd, why don't you just put the link in there real quick? Because I don't know how to do it.
You can't. What's wrong with
I don't know how to copy on the Mac. There's different commands than on.
Invite. I'll do it right now.
Yeah,
you're weird. Oh yeah, I get what you're saying. Okay, I get it. Now.
I don't know how to paste.
Yeah, I don't know either. There you go. Oh shoot, I didn't do it.
Did you put
there
it up?
You go. I just did.
That's it. Thanks, Beavis. I appreciate that.
You're
All
welcome.
right, good. All right, if you want to hop up and just hang with us for a little bit while Todd is doing this, please feel free. Come on up. 51. How about that? That's now I got it from Deathless Dogs. Command C.
There you go.
All right.
There you go. Amazing, guys. We appreciate all that
support. Look, I've had a Mac for 1 day, so I'm learning this.
True. He doesn't know anything. I'm surprised you actually got to work tonight. That's pretty amazing.
By the way, I like it. I really do. This is
you should.
It's a great computer. I know. It was top shelf Todd price, but this is
right.
cool.
It's right, exactly right, Andrew. Well done.
But I got it for you on a.
It was Amazon,
Monday
was the Amazon
Amazon Monday or
whatever it was. We got like $40 off. We're happy about that.
So I saved some money. That's good stuff.
That's right.
Command is basically control on a PC. Okay, that's good to know. I'm gonna have Deathless Dog is gonna be my Mac assistant here, so I can understand this. Mac control is borderline useless. All right. Well, that's good to know. Everything I've seen so far, though, this Mac is pretty damn cool. I'm not gonna lie to you. So
is it really?
Yeah, it's awesome. I like it.
Hopefully, it's good for editing.
That's why I got it. I mean, this is like
I know.
Cream of the crop for editing. So. And I've been pumping out videos lately, Todd. But at a pretty,
we'll have
we have another one coming out in a couple
Thursday.
days. We got
Disco
coming out.
8,
So
Disco 8 versus Disco 7.
Yep. Which, by the way, that is just
Disco
freaking phenomenal. That is just
so
an
good.
amazing pour. Really, really good. Thank you, Joe. Appreciate that. So,
all right.
So yeah, so if you do want to come up, although I don't think anybody does, Todd, because it's late and they're ready to go to bed. They're waiting for you here.
I'm trying, dude.
What are you on? What number?
I don't know what's going on here.
Let's see. What number are you on? I'm gonna put it on you real quick.
On me? I'm not. No, I'm not doing that. Stop.
By the way, I did not go to. I haven't made the jump yet to Final Cut. I'm not sure. I'm so comfortable with Cyberlink. I haven't just because I was thinking about going to Adobe Premiere, and I haven't done that either. So I'm not sure. I'm looking at alternatives for editing. But we will see. All right, Todd, how's it going?
Andy, I'm trying to install Excel. Okay, the problem with stupid Patreon is it only downloads it in Excel, and on this computer I didn't have it. So give me a second.
All right.
So I'm trying to download Excel on this computer. Then I have to download it. And
you don't have any Microsoft on your computer?
Not on this one, no. It's all I do. Everything through Google's. Everything is free on Google, but it won't download.
And I got a message from Amy said she quits. So
well, then we're not giving. Now we're not giving it away.
So you guys just every week.
Now we're not giving it away. Way to go, guys!
Oh, that's funny.
All right, hold on. I think I'm.
Saucy Shane says, despite the madness, consider joining. Yeah, because this is what happens. We almost should have waited, Todd, just to see.
I know, right? I wasn't. What, Andy? What do you want me? What do you want me to do, Andy? What would you like me to do? I can't make it download it any faster.
Why are you getting mad?
Because you're. I don't know. I don't know why I'm getting mad.
Well, why are you getting so angry? The Reddit's coming back in your face.
Now I've lost the freaking. Why can't I download it somewhere else?
This is a conundrum.
It is a conundrum. How did I get around this last time?
Probably Amy Boehm. That's probably what you did.
Oh, get started. There we go. Get started. Yes, get started. Get started. Just let me copy and paste for Christ's sake.
Copy and paste. That's good. All right. That's a good start.
I think we might be there, Andrew. Hold on.
Think you're there?
We'll see in 1 second.
All right. Let's see what happens. You know what? I was thinking.
Copy. Oh, we're good. We're good. We're golden. Let's go. Bring up that fantastic wheel.
No, not yet. We need somebody. I was going to bring up Air Supply instead.
Hello. Hey, what's up, Andy? Yeah, man, I got the script and the cash from my agent a couple weeks ago. Yeah, man, don't stress out, man. I've memorized the script. I've gone up and down it. I've got this nailed. Yeah. I'm gonna go record this thing now. Yeah, I know. Def Leppard came out with a brand new album. You say that all the time. All right, man. I gotta go. Talk later. Bye. Hey, have you seen my 21090 shirt? Yeah, doesn't matter. This one looks just like it. No one's gonna notice a difference. All right, let's take a look at this. JG here, representing 21090 at the beach. At the beach, in the middle of Iowa.
All right, let's pull him up. I gotta say, how great is this? Jay, did you come to save us because of how bad things were?
What?
Andy, you are hopeless.
See, he is. Agreed. He is hopeless.
Yeah, you're not here.
I cannot believe that you. I cannot believe
for Hagar and Roth, aren't you?
Oh my God! That's what's going to break us apart is the whole Sammy Hagar. I mean, it's just.
I agree.
Sad.
It was this close, Jay. It was this close. We're talking about 0.22, like just that much. They were so close.
Well, that makes it worse. 0.22 is what has broken us. Thank you.
I feel well. That's okay. If you would rather identify with that, go for it. That is up to you.
Well, I mean, he is like my little mini me. So
it's mini me. I just can't grow any of this. That's the problem. It's like, I got to work on that.
See my original comment in there. You at least grow a soul patch for God's sake.
I could try that. It would take forever. Anyway, I got it up, Andy. Are we ready? Hey, listen, I'm psyched we're at 51.
This is great. Yeah.
When we get to 100, Andy, we'll have something really special. If we ever get to 100, which we may never.
75 and 100 are going to be fantastic. But
I don't even know what 75. You still haven't told me what 75 is. But we know what 100
is. But that's fine.
Can we tell what 100 is now?
Jay's no, not yet. But Jay's going to witness it. Go ahead.
super amazing.
Because we have to secure it first.
It's very point. We already have. We just have to pay for it.
That's why we have to pay for it first. we just bought a big computer.
That's true. All right. It might be what
all
we talked
right.
about
So
tonight.
to the 51 of you, thank you. We appreciate you. This is awesome. And to 51 more and beyond.
This is awesome.
So excited.
Seriously, congratulations on the
Thank you, Jay.
51.
I'm glad you're here to celebrate with us. This is fantastic. So Todd, you want to spin this, buddy?
Are you guys ready for the Proof and Wood 2001 Vertigo?
All right. Who's this going to? Let's see.
Oh, I can't wait. Who's it going to?
All right. It goes to.
Oh no! It's
Is
Stanley.
that Stanley.
It's Stanley.
Stanley, all right.
Look at that.
Oh man.
That's
Way to go,
tonight.
Stanley.
Stanley.
All right, brothers.
awesome.
Congrats, Stanley.
Hey,
Congrats.
that's cool. Hey, Jay, we love you, man.
Yeah,
we
man.
appreciate you.
Cheers,
Thank
Jay.
you for everything.
All right.
Jay, is anything you want? Do you want a milkshake before we go?
No, he doesn't.
No, Andy, I really want you to change your scores later.
Oh, just like that. Okay, well, he can leave then. That's fine.
That was perfect. That's perfect.
He's like, no, I just want you to change your scores. He must really like Daily Roth. That's
Hey, real
fine.
quick, Christopher Sneed. We'll see you at Penny's Proof, right?
Yeah, we'll be there. That's awesome, dude. This has been fantastic.
I know. Bourbon. I don't know, but Ben, at least we got you hooked up with George. Now you have to just go talk to George whenever you get down there, and you got yourself a bottle of Lauralee. How cool is that?
Yeah, it's very cool. Yeah, enjoy that. And you can stay at Todd's the night before, so enjoy that. That'll be fun.
What? I got 3 kids, so have fun with that.
Either way, Todd, great
All right,
night,
hey,
great show.
Guys, fantastic night. We had a blast. If you're in the area, go get the Lauralee. If you're not, try Sealbacks, and you can get one there too.
Yep. And so, in the words,
oh, real quick, all the winners, if you're still watching and you're local, let me know if you're going to pick it up or if you need me and Andy to pick it up and send it to you. Just let us know.
All right, very cool. So,
all right, guys.
like I said, in the words of the great Joe Elliott, Todd. Until next time.
Oh, and there will be a next time. Next Tuesday.
Here, see ya.
Cheers.
Sometimes beers are just so good you gotta bring them back.
Welcome back, Bourbon County brand Vanilla Stout.
Are you a sailor?
I don't know. Orgy, mateys. Popeye, orgy. Shores. Cream, yeah, okay.
Cream of wheat.
You just wet willied me.
That's so gross.
Yeah, that is disgusting.
You actually really wet willied somebody?
Yes. Oh man, I've never done that before in my life.
It's so gross.
Oh, I really want to punch you in the nose right now.
That's sick.
You suck.
Like who over the age of 8 wet willied somebody?
Wet willied me. What made you think of that?